Hello guys, welcome to the stream. It has been ages since we've been doing this, probably about a month, and I'll tell you guys all about like where I've been, why I've been away, but it is good to be back, and so good to see all of you here. We have, of course, Sapphire, good to see you, Gawanian, Du Jensen, thank you again, Du Jensen, for the continued sub. I appreciate it so much. And Viking, of course, and I'm so sorry to hear, Viking, that your work application stuff hasn't been going so great. Have you actually gotten any luck with like even some interviews, or I guess it must be a really tough time right now to find work anyhow, because of course there's so many people unemployed, so it's almost like the odds are against you no matter what, because there's going to be so much competition out there, so probably not very easy, I can imagine, but I do hope that you have some better luck with that very soon. And of course we have Friendly Kitten. So good to see you again, Friendly Kitten. It has been such a long time since I've talked to all of you, and so what's been going on with your guys' life in the past month or so? Of course, we heard from Viking. What's been going on with you, Friendly Kitten? And Du Jensen, are you still playing Elite Dangerous? And Friendly Kitten, are you still living on the starter deed, or have you already gone off to find your very own place in Wurm? Anyhow, guys, as I wait for some... Oh, hello, Daji. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Oh, by the way, guys, me and Mr. Laggy, we were talking about, you know, how there's that pause in streams where the streamer, like there's the 10-second pause or so forth, so that there's like a delay in the text, so that there's like a delay between what I say and what you guys write. So we were talking about that with Mr. Laggy last night, and we were sort of looking into it, and I found this thing. Let me just show that. Hold on. It is over here. Low latency video. So there's this feature called low latency mode. It's a feature that allows a broadcaster to reduce the delay between their broadcast and their viewers. This feature allows broadcasters to respond more quickly to their chat and fosters closer interactions between broadcasters and their community. So I have that turned on right now, and it's going to be kind of interesting to see. I would really appreciate if you guys can actually let me know if it feels at all like I'm responding more quickly to your to the things that you're saying in the chat. Of course, if we get to that kind of point, like we often do, where there's a lot of people chatting, and then I'm just going to be late, so there's just no stopping that. But now that there's still a few of us here, it'll be interesting to hear if you can see any like noticeable difference. So Friendly Kitten has started writing poetry. Oh, I remember you did share that one poem with me, Friendly Kitten, and as I was telling you in our conversation there, I am not really a poetry kind of person. I don't read poetry, I don't write poetry, so I'm so uncivilized in that world, but I can certainly appreciate it. But it was a very cool poem that you had written, and feel free to share that with the rest of the chat here, Friendly Kitten, if you'd like to. But anyhow, you have been feeling a little inspiration to draw again. Oh, that's awesome. Good. Oh, you haven't been on Wurm for the time being, as your desktop decided to finally give itself a death rattle. So you've been on laptop. Oh, and you don't want to play Wurm on laptop as it goes too hot. Oh no, Friendly Kitten. Oh no. And hello Blueberries, and hello Ben Joseph. Thank you so much for the gift sub for a gift sub for Friendly Kitten. That is so sweet of you, Ben Joseph. Thank you very much, and good to see you. How are you doing, Ben Joseph? Yes, Worm. How are you doing? And let me just see what Dudgy said here. And yes, Blueberries, if I didn't already say so. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Dudgy, you will try and say some little things for me to answer back. Yeah, and I'm afraid I didn't see your test message there in time to actually respond to it quickly, Blueberries. And hello there, Quarantine Duckling. I'm trying to think if I've seen your name here before. That is quite a memorable name, so not necessarily. Do I do VR chat content? So it is your first time here, but you found the channel through a video on YouTube. So Quarantine, so you saw the one where I was going on adventures in VR chat with my son, right? The crazy one. It was like one of our, it was his first experience, and I think it was my second experience of VR chat. So Quarantine, I haven't actually been back to VR chat since, and to be honest, I don't even have Oh, thank you so much for the sub, Draco. That is very, very sweet of you. 6 months now. I really, really appreciate the help and the support there. And let me just scroll back here a little bit in the chat because I'm pretty sure I've missed some things. But yeah, Quarantine. So actually, after doing that video that you saw on VR chat on my YouTube channel, I haven't actually been to VR chat. I haven't been back to it, even though I was kind of like fantasizing about even making my own like custom avatar there, maybe making an area there. But for some reason, oh yes, I meant to say that I don't actually have a VR set myself. They're a bit on the pricey side, so I haven't splurged on one yet. I was just playing with my mouse and keyboard when I was playing VR chat in that video. But no, I haven't. I've been trying to lure some friends to play VR chat with me, but then they take like one look at the videos and they're like, no, they're not going to go in there. So I'm guessing, Quarantine, that you are a VR chat player. And how are the streams for that usually on Twitch? I'm guessing you watch a lot of VR chat streams. I bet those can be pretty funny at times. Oh, and there's some kind of emoji thing here I can see from Ben Joseph's gift shared rewards to 5 others in chat. That is a new thing. So maybe there was some emojis that were shared around. I'm not quite sure how that works. I've never seen anything like that before. Let me see what else we have here. And Ben Joseph, so what's up with you is that you're taking a break from your job? Aha. So just like taking a little bit of a break from working in general, or like a vacation, or but you know, taking breaks once in a while absolutely can be such a great thing to just, you know, fill up your batteries, think about the things that you want in life. I mean, it's, you know, it would be a shame to just go through one's entire life and never make any larger changes, and then just one day wake up when you're really, really old and realize that you've just done the same thing day to day, month to month, year to year. So good for you. I'm glad to hear that you're taking a little break and hopefully having a good time and making good use of that time. Let's see what else we have here. And Blueberry says, it's interesting that Bluey has been following Miss Katz now for 2 years and 6 months. Oh, you mean like, that must be on YouTube though, right, Blueberries? Because I do believe that I've only been streaming for almost 2 years. 2018, yes, it was 2018 when I started streaming, so I haven't actually streamed yet for 2 years even, so you must be talking about YouTube then. Sapphire, yes, I did try VR chat, I did. And it was chaotic and nerve-wracking and hilarious. And a very special experience. I mean, I have to say, I've played Second Life before, so it was very similar to a sort of Second Life experience, only that you had your own, like, 3D, well, you have the 3D figure there as well, but in VR chat you can create actually your own avatar in Second Life as well. Thank you so much for the cheer, Gawanian. Let me just see what that message says. When Kat streams, it's always a good day. Oh, that is so sweet of you to say. And I'm doing good, Draco. I hope you're having a good day over there. And Friend the Kitten really wants the Vive. Gods, you want the what? Vive? Yeah, I've heard the Vive is a good one of those VR headsets. Draco loves everyone. Aw. And Friendly Kitten says it's the pride emotes you get when someone gifts. Oh, is there like some special thing going on in Twitch right now? I haven't been following, to be quite honest, because maybe this is a good moment to sort of share. Like, if anyone, of course, those of you who are in Discord, you might have seen my message there, why I have been away for about a month. But for those who don't follow me there or don't know where I've been, actually, let me just reveal what has been going on. So, a few months ago, the Wurm team asked if I could do some work for them for the Steam launch. And I've had a whole bunch of little tasks. Some have been just a few little UI tasks I've been doing. Also like marketing material and stuff like that. But actually, one of the things that I did was the new Wurm Online trailer. And I have been slaving away at the trailer. So basically what it's been is my task was to plan the whole thing, plan the whole like storyboard of it, you know, how it progresses, to go and film the footage, and also to do the editing and any graphics that were needed. And I also did some sound work, like some audio work for that. And my son, who is a composer and audio designer, he did the soundtrack for the trailer. And oh my gosh, guys, I have been slaving away at that thing for a month now, from morning to evening, every single day. I haven't had time to I think I only did one stream in this time, one like Elite Dangerous stream. And yeah, I haven't even really followed anyone's streams because it would have been too much of a distraction. Literally when I woke up, I got my coffee, got my breakfast, sat down at my computer, checked the social media a little bit, and then got to work and just worked all the way until, well, of course we had to have dinner in between, but dinner and then work, and then to bed, and then the whole thing repeated. And you would have thought that I would have completely burned out on that, but it was so much fun to do. And the reactions so far of everyone who has seen it has been really, really good. Even the CEO of Game Chess Group, they what did he say? Something, I forget the first word. It could have been a swear word, I'm not sure. But anyhow, he said, amazing trailer, like in all caps when he'd seen it. So, oh my gosh, guys, I hope I don't let you down. I hope that once we are able to release it, we're going to be releasing the trailer a few days before the actual launch day. So, oh my gosh, I can hardly wait to share it with all of you. And I do hope that you'll all like feel that it is worthy, that I have succeeded to represent Wurm in its most beautiful and inspiring way. And also I have to say, guys, that the soundtrack that my son did, it literally brought me to tears. Like, I couldn't listen to it without crying for the first 6 or 7 times, and then I finally sort of got used to it. But it is so beautiful, the beginning of the soundtrack that he did for it, that literally made me, it's even making me kind of emotional now even to think about it. So I can hardly wait to show it to you guys. And I was provided with a whole bunch of very, very cool tools to get like really nice camera shots and to create like fake NPCs and stuff for the, you know, to have like fake actors there, because obviously it would have been too much work to try and like gather a whole bunch of players to do that stuff and to try and direct that. That would have just been chaos. So oh my goodness, I can hardly wait to share it with you. So that's where I've been, guys. I have been working on the trailer and now it is finished, it's been approved, and now I can get back to just normal life. So it's good to be back streaming with you guys again. Let me see, I'm pretty sure I'm late here with the chat, so let me just see what else we have here. Sapphire, damn, cat speaking facts. Oh, I wonder what facts you were referring to back then. And Ben Joseph, well, says, well, honestly, and don't tell my boss, but I'm done with the company. You're looking to start your own company and just wanted to recharge batteries. Ah, I see, Ben Joseph. Yes, I've been in a similar situation myself one time in my life as well. So I know exactly how that feels. So, hey, that sounds very exciting. Your own company. Have you ever run your own company before, Ben Joseph? My only word of advice from running my own company back in the 90s is don't let yourself get burned out. Be sure to not just like work from morning to night. And I know I just talked about working from morning to night on the trailer, but that was, well, the work was just so much fun that it didn't even feel like work, to be honest. So. But yes, good luck with that, Ben Joseph. That is so exciting for you and very, very good idea to take a little bit of a break and just recharge your batteries indeed. It was December 2018, says Blueberries, not YouTube. Gotcha. And you found me on Twitch. Yeah, I thought so, Blueberries. I thought we had met here, yes. You've been awake for Blueberries, you've been awake for 28 hours. What the heck? Why have you been staying up so late? Are you working on something or have you just been sort of watching streams? And I know how that is. Like time just goes past so quickly. Oh, Draco, missed you as well. Yeah, I can't show you, Friendly Kitten. I wish I could. I really wish I could. I wish I could give a little sneaky peek, but hey, we're gonna have to just all wait and wait for the big launch. Am I happy with the results, Friendly Kitten? Yes, because I redid things and redid things and redid things and tried to get as perfect to be as perfect as possible in all possible respects. So yes, I'm happy and I'm very proud of the results. So I hope you guys will enjoy it as well. And Draco asks, how much longer are you going to work for Wurm? So the Wurm team, they hired me, you know, like they were actually paying a salary for 3 months. That was like a 3-month gig. But I am going to be staying on as a volunteer without any pay. But the nice thing about the volunteer role in Wurm is that you are not obligated to do anything unless you feel inspired to. I do have a few things in mind that I personally want to improve in the game, so I might get around to doing those, but you know, after this 3-month thing, I'm definitely taking a break from doing any Wurm work, but I'm staying on as a volunteer, so I'll be staying in the team for now. We'll see how it goes. Yes, Farron's trailer is the best, Gawaini, and I have to say, I've always loved Farron's Wurm Online trailer. It's always been the best trailer out of all of the trailers that have ever been done, in my opinion. And hello, Zevis, how are you doing? It has been a while, yes. Yes, exactly, Friendly Kitten. Keep a normal work schedule is what it boils down to when you're an entrepreneur. I totally agree. And blueberries. Oh, you were getting people get stuff done in WoW. Aha, aha. More cow skins, KatsPurr. Yes. Yes, it would be nice to see more cow skins, wouldn't it? I would love to. I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure if I just volunteered to make some more skins, I'm pretty sure they would put them in. The problem is that it's not so much about, like the bottleneck is really that there's not enough programmers to, like, I could make a big pile of cool stuff and throw it at the Wurm team, but the problem is that there's not enough programmers to go around to actually put everything in. That's the thing. Oh, thank you, Draco. So let's see. Oh, hello, Perry G. Welcome to the stream. No, we don't know where we're going, actually, Perry G. It's just that image is just waiting to be updated. And we haven't even gotten around to choosing the new location for today. Draco asks, do I do portraits like this, like the picture that goes next to my name? I don't do any commission work. No, Draco, I don't. I have been asked from time to time, but that would just take away so much time from the things that I want to do myself. Yeah, there should be Ben Joseph, yeah. Well, hopefully, hello, Jez. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. And hey, let's get a shout out going for you, Jez, because you are going through a very exciting time right now, and you're streaming. And anything I can do to help with that is something I would like to do. So Jez here doesn't play Wurm yet. But one of these days, right, Jez? One of these days we're going to lure you into Wurm Online. But Jez is actually somebody I met in Elite Dangerous, and he is one of my favorite Elite Dangerous players. And his streams, I always get into such a good mood from his streams. Friendly, helpful guy, and you are very, very close now, Jez, to making partner. You're very close now. I wouldn't be at all surprised if you make it before the end of the year, like I've said before. So I really hope you do. And I know you have a whole bunch of exciting stuff coming up as well in the Elite Dangerous world. And what was I gonna say? Oh yes. So this chat is gonna go on forever and over. So let's get going with the Wurm Roulette stuff. And I am going to catch up with you guys. So what else is new? Let me just see here. We talked about where I've been for the last month. Well, also, I can't remember now if I mentioned it in the last stream, but we did reach 2,000 followers. So we're over 2,000 followers now. And so I'm going to do some kind of little celebration for that sometime this month. I just need to make a little bit of a plan for what we're going to do. I do have some game codes to give away for both Elite Dangerous and for Wurm. But yeah, I'm going to have to make a plan for that. I just haven't had any time working on that trailer. So that's pretty exciting. And of course, the Wurm Online Steam launch is coming soon, the 24th. Only a few more weeks now. And now, how about I've prepared everything for Wurm Roulette here already beforehand, but there's something else that I'd actually like to share as well. I got this really nice message on my YouTube when I had uploaded the Wurm Roulette stream there, and Salt Heart Foam follower said, "Thank you for all of these videos. I was wondering if you might add labels to your master map that indicates what episode each circle is from. Would be nice for those of us who use that who have just discovered your channel more recently. If it isn't possible, I understand. Hope you are happy and healthy," which was a lovely little message. So I thought it was a great idea. I don't know why I didn't think of it before, So what I've gone and done is I've added like all the numbers. These are all the different episodes to Wurm Roulette. And I also added a little thing in Nightbot, so you might see the Nightbot give the link to the playlist as well if anyone wants to go and check out the old episodes. So, and you might notice that a couple of these have just the ZZZZ, and the reason for that is because those were actually so boring episodes that I didn't even bother uploading them to YouTube. So that's what that's all about. But anyhow, it is time for us to whip out the old map, and we will, here's the actual map, and we will choose a new location for where we're going to go in and adventure to. So for those of you who have never been to a Wurm Roulette stream before, I'm pretty sure most of you here have, but I'll just do a quick recap. So every Tuesday, we go to a place I've never been to before in Wurm. All of these maps represent the various PvE servers, and all of the blue dots represent the places that we've been over the Tuesdays of the past months. And any other blue areas are the ones where I have been personally just on my own adventures, or that we traveled through when trying to get to one of these destinations. Where we are right now is here on the server of Xanadu, and that little pink dot right there in the left corner, and that is where we're going to be departing from today. And so the way this works is that we just pick a destination. We're going to press this button, 3, 2, 1, and it landed, of course, on a circle that we've already been to, so we're not going to go there. Press it again. That is an area we haven't explored, so maybe we could go over there. I mean, it is... Yeah, I mean, it would be good to get this taken care of, right? So we might as well. So we're going to go to Xanadu today, and let's just take a screenshot of that, and we'll just explore this entire green area here. So let's paste that here into the thingamajig. And put that there, save this. And it should update. Good, that updated just beautifully. Good. So, I have everything all ready to go, and let's go and try and find my Nar. I haven't been sailing on my Nar now for quite a while, so I'm not quite sure where it's parked, but we'll go and have a look. It should be down in this area, though. Got some nice little babies that were born this week. Oh, and just coming back to the trailer, so once the trailer has been launched and once the whole Steam launch has happened, what I will be doing is I'll do a special stream where we can go through, we're going to sort of do a making of stream where I will take you to all the places that I went to create this trailer, and I'm going to show you the tools. I've already asked permission if I can show that stuff, and I've been told that I can show it. And I'll show you guys the tools that I used to make the trailer, but that of course is weeks away, so oh yes. So let me think about this now. So we're down here on the bottom left, behind the KatsPurr head, and we have to get up here. What's the wind like? If the wind is pushing us from the south, then we can just sail over there. Let's check the weather conditions. A strong breeze is coming from the northwest. Okay, that, if it's pushing from the north, that means that it'll take us forever to sail. So it would be better for us to, let me just check the community map actually very quickly. And just see if there's a canal right here. If there's a canal right here, it would be worth sailing south to another server, zigzagging a bit, and then sailing through here and going through a canal if there's one right. Or here. That could work as well. Let me just check here and see. Let's check and see. Community map, Xanadu. Oh, we're in luck actually. There does seem to be some canals. So maybe we will use those to get to the location. Yes, okay. We have a plan. But since we're crossing over to another server, we're going to unfortunately have to take off the saddle and stuff from the horse. And I'll catch up with the chat any moment. As soon as we set sail, I'll catch up with you guys. Because we're going to have more than enough time to chat after that. Oops. Let's see. Good. And let's load the horse. Too far away. Oh, it has the... I almost forgot about the horseshoes as well. Get those horseshoes off. Load creature. There we go. Perfect. And we're going to hop onto the boat. Load the old creature cage. And we'll plot our course to just any of the smaller servers. Exodus, for instance, to do the zigzagging, and we'll set sail. And we do have some signs in here, don't we? We better have some signs in here. Yes, we have. Okay, we have one sign left. Let's just grab that into our inventory just in case I forget to take it when we arrive. And we'll just set sail here, and maybe we'll just go a little bit in this direction. Turn off the UI. Have a look. Oh, by the way, oh man, I forgot, guys. I was working hard on. Also, by the way, we have a new setting for those who haven't noticed. We have a new setting. I think it's in graphics. Yes, hide cursor when UI is disabled. This is something the Wurm devs made for me because when I was filming for the trailer, I was having this problem, you see. So this is the problem I was having when filming the trailer. So I would turn off the UI, and then I'd get everything set up, and then I'd start like capturing the footage. And some of the times I remembered to move the cursor over to the like side of the window so it wouldn't show in the footage, and sometimes I wouldn't. And then at some point I realized that crap, like, you know, a third of the footage that I'd taken had the darn cursor in it. So they actually made me a tool to hide the cursor when the UI is hidden. So just in case anyone ever needs that, you have this setting here now, and I don't need it now, of course, but that's just something interesting. But yeah, I was just looking that there was like a wagon up there. I have forgotten my wagon up there, and I better go get those horses. You might have noticed that we're already out of range, so we can't see the wagon there anymore. But I've been working on terraforming that, taking away the peat still. It's such a long, tedious process. But yeah, now let me finally catch up with what you guys are saying here. Sorry about the delay. And thank you again, Jez, for that nice welcome. Welcome back. It is good to be back. And Draco says that maybe you used the wrong word, but it's like the thumbnail that goes next to names when you post on forums. Yes, I did understand what you meant, Draco. But yeah, that's still like I'm just wondering why you were asking. But yeah, I don't do commissions, so yes, it's gonna be soon, Jez. You're gonna make partner soon. I know it. I can feel it in my. What's the phrase? In my veins, in my brain, in my. I feel it in my gut. I forget the right phrase. You know what I mean. And Daji was asking, what was that thing you were talking about, VR chat? So Daji, VR chat is a free game that you can play. You can get on Steam, and it is designed mainly for people who have like the VR headset, but you can actually play it with mouse and keyboard as well. It's just a little bit clunkier to play it that way, but basically people create their own avatars and they go out and hang out and chat, and there's some games and stuff, and you can actually make your own area there for other players to come and investigate. It's a pretty crazy world. It's kind of a younger crowd. I would say that most people in VR chat are probably, oh, I don't know, 15 to 25, something like that. So that's actually kind of one of the reasons that I wasn't so interested in hanging out so much, because it's such a different age group that hangs out there. I felt kind of like a weirdo, this, old granny there. Friendly Kitten is making some dinner. We'll be back soon. Yeah, Dude Jensen's name has grown a little bit. Hello, Father Bill. Sorry for being so late and greeting you. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How are you doing? It has been a while, Father Bill. Let me just check and make sure if you're still here or not. Yes, you are. So, Father Bill, I have been away for a month now because I've been working on the upcoming Wurm Steam launch trailer. So I got that finished, and now I can get back to just normal life again. And oh, by the way, let me just do a shout out for Father Bill as well. Father Bill also... hold on, let me just write this in here. Father Bill is an Elite Dangerous player, and one of the bigger names in Elite Dangerous streaming for sure, and such a lovely, friendly guy, and an actual Catholic priest as well. And he wears his I don't know what the right, I'm sure it has a correct term, doesn't it, Father Bill? The white thingy that like priests have on the collar. Is it just called a collar? It must have a proper term, but yeah, it's a very cool twist to your streams that you have that going on, and I hope you have been doing good. And how has life been for you for the past month? What have you been up to? And actually, you play with a VR headset as well, so it's an interesting way to see what it looks like to actually play Elite Dangerous with a VR headset. Explore cats. Perchi. I know you're not a fan of Xanadu. Aww. And do I have a sailor's cap? Unfortunately, Draco, there is no such thing as a sailor's cap in Wurm. It would be kind of cool though. Like, remember, guys, those of you who play Wurm, remember how we had the witches' hats for Halloween? I'm just thinking to myself, like, Draco is onto something. Imagine if we could get like a pirate's hat for something that you could hunt for the next Halloween. I should give them that idea and see if they take it. A gut feeling, yeah. I guess that was what I was looking for, Ben Joseph. Thank you. And Jez, you're just happy to see the whole community thriving and getting on well together. Boss Lady is who you are backing right now. Yes, Boss Lady is another lovely, lovely Elite Dangerous streamer. I just love the atmosphere of Boss Lady's streams so much. The way she's able to be just so genuine and friendly and warm to everyone that comes to her streams. And I know, Dujan, so you've been hanging out on Boss Lady's stream as well. It is a very, very nice community for sure in Elite Dangerous. Gawanian, your back is killing you today. Oh no! Oh no! And Dujensen, there was a PMK on Chaos named Pirates. They were demanding pirate hats for a long time. Oh, I see. So, do you know what the response was to that, Dujensen? Hello, the parser. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you. How have you been? Yeah, I'm trying to think like pirates' hats. Like from a sort of immersion and roleplay sense, would that break the immersion? I don't really think so, because of course pirates were around and wearing such hats, you know, hundreds and hundreds of years ago anyhow, right? And they were certainly a part of medieval times. So it's not like it wouldn't fit into the game. I wonder if they had any good reason not to make one. So Gawainian, on the other hand, you formed a new deed on Indie. Good for you, congratulations. With an old newbie tune you have. First tune you ever made. Oh, by the way, Gawainian, for your back pain, let me just share something with you. I used to have pretty bad back pains, and then I bought one of those thingamajigs. What are they called? Let me just see. I don't know what it is called in English. I'm sure it has, but you know these things, guys. These things. So this actually works. So the way I use this thing is that I have it in the middle of my hallway, and then I hold on to the walls, and then I spin my lower body around. And this actually, you do that like 100 times, like spin back and forth, just swiveling, and I swear, it takes away your back pain. It actually works. And these are actually sold in the pharmacies in Finland because they do actually help back pain. They don't, in Finnish pharmacies, they don't sell any like, you know, gimmicky stuff at all. So this is like a valid, proper thing that will help back pain. So do you have one of these, Gawainian? And if you don't, you should try one of these. So just doing, let me just see if there's the, so pretty much this one, but I would recommend holding on to the wall so you can get a good support. Like if you have a spot where you can have each hand like holding something, whether it's a wall or like a piece of furniture or something, that's really, really good. Because I think this, just doing it in the air like that, it feels like you wouldn't have very much control to just twist around enough, like enough that you would, the amount of twist that you need to like help the back. But yeah, there's a little tip for you. I'm not sure if you've ever tried one of those, but it really, really helps with back pain. And if I've had people over like who have complained of back pain, I've been like, hold on, I have something in the cupboard just for you. And then I've taken out that thing and I've said, give it a try. Do it 100 times. And they've said like, holy shit, this actually helped. So when was that first tune that you made, Gawainian? Like how many years ago did you make that tune? And do you have any like special plans for your new deed? And do you want to share the name of the deed with us, or do you want to sort of keep it secret? Friendly Kitten, when you get back to Wurm, you know you will want to move out from the streamer deed, but need a new PC first. Oh yes, Friendly Kitten, by the way, I remember we were talking about how you and I had a discussion about the boat stuff. Like where's the best place to build a boat? Have you made any plans for that? Viking helmets would be more fitting, says Du Jensen. So did they... Oh, did I say Viking? Oh, no, I got you now. So you're saying that Viking helmets would be a more fitting thing to add to Wurm than... Well, considering, of course, that the game is Swedish and that a lot of the landscapes and the vegetation and the animals are sort of more the northern foresty theme in Wurm, sure. Viking helmets could work as well, for sure. Actually, Du Jensen, actually, you know what? Let me show something to you. We do have in Wurm, we do have a helm that is kind of like a Viking helm. It is headgear. I'm not sure. So this one, Horned Helm, Challenge Reward. I don't know how the heck. Let me see what does Wurmpedia say about this. Horned helmet. Here. A thick helmet only exposes a pair of slits where the eyes are... Oh, through a treasure hunt on... It was obtained through a treasure hunt on Chaos and as a reward from challenge servers. So that seems like something that happened a while ago. I wonder if any of these are floating around that like a player would be happy to sell. I don't know. Huh. I mean, the way that I got this picture was I just spawned all the stuff I could in Wurm Unlimited, to be honest. So, yeah. But that, oh, looks like we crossed the server. But it does look like that's kind of, but it's not a true Viking helmet, to be honest, actually. When you look at that thing, it's not, is it? I mean, a Viking helmet would be like a more sort of primitive thing. It wouldn't have this part at all. It would have like, I don't know, some fur and it wouldn't be covering the face at all. It would just be some kind of headband kind of thing with the horns. So yeah, that's not really a proper Viking helmet, is it? So now we are on Exodus, and we're going to go back to Xanadu. Oh, hold on. Let me figure this out now quickly. So we crossed south to Exodus. We're here right now, and we're going to have to cross over to another small server, plot course, to release, for instance, and then we're going to cross back over to Xanadu. That's right. That's right. Okie dokie. Perfect. So, Friendly Kit, what are you making for dinner? I know you're a Grandmaster Chef, so I bet you're making something very, very good. And Friendly Kitten, you've recently been hearing the crunch in your lower back as you've heard it when you walk in stairs with your knees. You think you're getting old. I know. You know, actually, Friendly Kitten, I know what you mean. I never heard crunches in my back before. And I've started to start hearing that little crunch sound in, I'd say, the last couple of years. So I know exactly what you mean, and it's actually been worrying me. Like, I've been worrying, like, oh my gosh, I hope nothing happens with my back, you know? But I hope it's just like a normal thing. I don't know if any of you have any information on that. Like, do you guys know? Is it normal for your back to go a little bit crunchy sounding when you get older? It's pretty creepy, actually. It doesn't hurt when that happens. It just kind of feels weird. Plot course, Xanadu. Okay, now, here's the idea that when we go from the south of, I think it was Release we're on right now. Yes. So we now arrive to the southern part of Release, and now when we cross down back south, we'll arrive here on Xanadu again. So that is how the zigzagging works. Okie dokie. And you have another deed on Indy too, says the parser. So you made your first character Gawainian September 14th, 2013. So you started around the same, actually, you started, oh, I'm trying to remember now. Was it 212 or 213 when I started? I'm gonna have to check. The way I always check this is because I look on when I made those first screenshots. It's so weird how the... Have you guys noticed how weird it is that the ship like swivels around like that when you arrive on the server sometimes? It's quite strange. I don't know. That didn't always used to be there. Okay, so hold on. Well, one thing before we do anything else, I'm just gonna check that date when I started. Wurm Online. Screenshots. Beginnings 2013, November. So I started in November 2013, Gawanian. So I started only a couple of months after you did. So we're of the same, like, Wurm age. Let's actually get these arranged a little bit nicer as well. They're all just like all over the place, aren't they? So, speaking of the UI, of course now the UI is available to be tested by players. Have you guys been giving it a go? Have you been testing out the new UI for Wurm, and what have your thoughts been so far? Okay. Now, if we look at the... Actually, let's just open this map instead. So this mountain over here is most definitely that one right there. And we need to get to... If we look at the community map... Here. So we need to get to one of these two canals before this mountain, I believe. So it's probably... straight ahead, isn't it? We need to find these little bays. So I wonder if this hill here is this one, and one of the bays is over there, and the other bay is over there, or like these little dips in here. These little bays. Huh. Well, maybe we'll go in this direction and see what happens. I guess we'll soon find out. Ben Joseph says, the muscles that connect the lowest part of the back and the top of the buttocks get tight and will pull too much and cause the pain. Stretching these will greatly reduce pain. Oh, Gawanian, so your new deed is just a little brewery secret for now. Nice. Man, I still need to get into brewing, Gawanian. I haven't done any of that yet. I've never made alcohol in Wurm. Can you imagine? And Dujan says, so you think only a few of those helms exist? I can imagine that their value must be so high. Yeah, there's a lot of cool masks in the game, Draco, for sure. Parser, I'm gonna miss my god wand, you're betting. Oh, like that I used to make the trailer with? The ebony wand? Well, actually, I still have it in use, so I'm staying on Parser as a volunteer for the Wurm team, so I can use that on the Steam server. Not the Steam server, the test server if I so wish. But I don't have it on the normal servers though, and I wouldn't actually want to have it on the normal servers. I wouldn't want to ever do anything by mistake that would, you know, break anything or anything like that. And it's none of my business to have one on the normal servers anyhow. And so, Friendly Kitten, you are cheesing today boiled taters with lungemoss. Lungemoss. What the heck is lungemoss? With extra onion. Think you will go out and get some fresh chilies to spice it up. That sounds delicious, except that I don't know what the heck lungemoss is, so I'm gonna just Google that, because what the heck? What the heck? That looks, I'm sorry, Friendly Kitten, that looks disgusting. Lungemoss. I have never heard of this. It looks like some kind of like a ground beef loaf, like a, what's it called? The beef, the loaf of beef. There's a proper name for that. Is it just called beef loaf? No. Meatloaf, that's the word I was looking for. That's what it looks like, meatloaf. But it's like packaged into plastic? Yuck. I'm sorry. But I'm sure any materials or any ingredients that you get into your hands, Friendly Kitten, I am sure you are able to do miracles with just about anything. I wonder if this is the entrance to the canal right here. So we do see some kind of little cave here, but it should be more over there. But let's go and investigate regardless. Oh, and we should also mark the location. Let's see. So it would be between those two little flecks. So about here. So about there. Add annotation. Okay. There. Now, oh, so that's not a... Oh, it's interesting how you can see like the inside. Look at that. The inside of the 3D like mesh. How weird. Never seen that happen before. But yeah, that was definitely not a boat canal, so we're just gonna have to go over here and see if we can find it from here somewhere. Oh. Oh, this boat thing, it's still doing that, is it? Huh? So it seems we're really far away from our boat, so we're gonna have to just restart. Yeah, we're gonna have to restart the client. Hello, Vergant. Welcome to the stream. Roulette, yes. Oh, that's what you're referring to, Vergenta, that you hope that it's normal that a back cracks like that. And when you get older, I hope so too. So there's my boat. That was quite interesting that it just was so out of sync with the server. So do Jensen, yeah, I do realize that there's the playtime. However, I don't think it shows the date, does it? It shows the amount of days, and then you have to start calculating it all together. I can check though. I don't think the playtime actually shows the first date that you started though. Let's just see what it says here. Playtime. So let's have a look here. That's 2,417 days ago. You have played 479 days. Yeah, this doesn't show Dude Jensen. It only shows the you've been premium a total of 2 months until December 2013. This doesn't show the exact date of starting the game though. So that would expect you'd have to start doing calculations and all that. So I can't bother calculating that. So I just prefer to check the screenshot every time to check when I started. I always remember that it's November, but I just never remember whether, like, what year it is, or whether it's 212 or 213. But I'm not seeing. I wonder if it's this one then. Let's go see. I don't. So we're trying to see if we can find the canal to lead us through. Ooh, Oh, this was the deed that I actually looted dry, I think, one time. Like an abandoned deed. This looks very promising. This could be actually canal. Let's go see. I mean, you have the walls have been have the supports on them. You've got the little buoys, or however those are pronounced. But this is now taking us westward. No, east, I should say. East. Oh, now it turns. Okay, I think this is the one. Yeah, this looks like it's the one. There we go. Good. Oh, it's like haggis. I see, Friendly Kitten. I've never actually tasted the haggis either. So isn't haggis so that they what they have in Scotland where they take the stomach of a cow or something like that, or a sheep or something like this, and then stuff it full of like meat and all kinds of giblets and stuff like that. And Draco asks, am I going to make a new character for Steam launch? Yes, I am. I'm going to be there on the first day, and I'll be out there adventuring with all of you. And I have absolutely no idea what the new servers look like. I don't know what they're going to be called or anything. And I didn't even ask. Like, I guess I could have asked, but I have no idea whether they would have even shown me any of that stuff. But I didn't even want to ask because I want to experience the Steam servers as a surprise, like from a player perspective. So, but I really, really, really hope that they've done they've made a nice server, because we have seen, of course, from the older servers that the love that has been put into the maps can really have a huge impact on how pretty the server is. So I hope, I don't know, I have no idea how they've made the server. I don't know if they've used a height map or some kind of generating thing. I have no idea whether it's been, you know, hand painted or who has done what, but it's going to be exciting to see what those new servers are like. And for sure, I will be there. And hello there, Thalian Corvus. Thank you so much for the welcome back. How are you doing? And welcome to the stream. And Perry G is asking for Perry G is asking for Finnish translation. How the heck Perry G, how the heck do you expect me to translate that? You want me to translate Xanadu Tourism Guide? Xana don't. Oh my god. Oh, look guys, we got through. We're seeing something very pretty here. That green light looks fantastic. So, just as we just sort of stop and let's just stop and admire that while I try and figure out how to translate what Perry G wants. That looks fantastic, guys. You don't very often see like green lights being used. Isn't that pretty? That is fantastic. Oh, and you got some blue lights going on in the background there as well. We should probably go and see this place. So, how do I translate that? Tourism guide. Turistiohje, I think that would be. So it would be Xanadun Turistiohje. Ala Xanadu. Which would be like, don't Xanadu. I can't do any better than that, Perry G, I'm afraid. I hope it was worth the 1,000 points. Oh, it's fried, so it looks like ground up meat, says Friendly Kitten. I see. Hello there, Beast Wolf. Welcome to the stream. Well, worm time, indeed, indeed. Vergent, you found that when you started Wurm by looking back through emails to find the character request. Oh yeah, that's another good way. Although I actually have my Wurm account is actually on another email that I normally use, so that would be kind of a fuss to go and open it up. And so Draco, Steam launch is 24th of this month. And Beast Wolf, you thought about it forever, and you don't see yourself reinvesting in a new tune again. Yeah, I mean, to be quite honest, I probably won't be... like, my main motivation for starting when the Steam launches is just to be a part of all the excitement. So the new tune that I'm going to be making will never be like another Milena, ever, ever, ever. It might end up being like maybe another priest. We'll see. But definitely there is no way in hell that after all of these years of playing this game that I'm going to restart doing all of those skills. Nope. However, I absolutely want to be part of, enjoying the excitement and watching all of the new players running around and going nuts in the game. So you do hope it brings many new players. You just channel on Beast Wolf anymore anyhows, so you'll be waiting for them. Perry G, you have too many points anyhow. You guys are all neighbors, are you? And we finally caught up with the chat. So, by the way, guys, has the whatchamacallit, the low latency thing, have you guys noticed any difference at all in my reaction times? Of course, I've been late with the chat, but and also, has there been any performance issues with the low latency setting? So where you gain by being able to see the chat quicker, or like that you guys get the response from my chat. Like, I of course see your chat in real time, however you're hearing my response to you like a 10 seconds later, right? But that is supposed to shorten that time, but where you gain in that respect, you apparently lose a little bit in performance of the stream. So guys, have you guys noticed any like glitchiness or lag or any dropped frames or anything that in the stream itself? Parser says, when the bloom is off the rose, Cats is out the door. Bloom off the rose. I've never heard of that phrase before. What does that mean, Parser? Latency seems fine, says Du Jensen. Okay, thank you. Good to hear. Beast Wolf, you haven't tried the new UI. Is it cool? So far, I've been seeing quite a good response to it. To be honest, I haven't been following it too closely. I've been so busy with my other things, getting things wrapped up from my own work. But I have been sort of like on the side, been sort of following a little bit of how people have been responding, and I was watching Gaffer, I think his name is, one of the Ven streamers. And actually, speaking of which, I should probably also share with you guys. Those are the other Wurm Online streamers who belong to the Valerie Entertainment Network. Fantastic streamers that you should, if you love watching Wurm streams, go give those guys a follow. I'm pretty sure most of you already follow all of them. And of course, let me just check this. So Gaffer, yes, Gaffer. I was watching Gaffer stream on Mixer, and of course Mixer's going to be ending soon, in about just under a month, though. So I do believe we're going to be seeing Gaffer come to Twitch. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I was watching him play around a little bit with the new UI, and he seemed pretty pleased with it as well. So I do hope that it gets a good response from players, especially the new ones when they start the game at the end of the month. So this looks like a pretty fancy schmancy place, doesn't it? And yeah, I'm always behind chat. Beast Wolf, but she sets up a she builds up hype for when she reads your message. Ah, yeah, I think you guys would you guys agree that it's better that I'm late with the chat, but then I sort of respond to most of the messages versus just sort of skimming through the chat and only responding to a few here and there, but then being able to keep up. Because at least when I think about myself, when I watch a streamer, I think I enjoy it much more that they actually like read through the chat and respond actively. So when the bloom is off the rose, it means when something is no longer new or novel. Aha. Oh, yes, that makes sense because, of course, rose blooms don't last very long. Gotcha, gotcha. And Beastwolf, if you had enough time in real life, you'd work towards being a Valorant member. It would be cool. Oh, Beastwolf, I'm pretty sure you would be a very popular streamer. Your videos are hilarious. I think you'd have that entertainment flair. Like, I'm not much of an entertainer myself. I just I just play the game, and hopefully I'm able to create a nice sort of cozy and friendly atmosphere that you can sort of feel that is relaxing and so forth. I'm wondering, guys, have we been to this place before? There's something familiar about it. What's this place called, actually? This is called Village of Resting Patch. That doesn't sound familiar. I don't think so. I don't think so. You should absolutely, Beastwolf, you should give it a try. I think you would be quite entertaining as a streamer. Aw, Jez, thank you so much. Well, I don't fully agree with that, but thank you anyhow. Now you, Jez, you're an entertainer. You've got the cozy, friendly element going as well as being entertaining as heck. Ooh, look at this nice little like library thing going on here. Oh man, guys, you know what? You know what I'm gonna try and push for in the Wurm team? I'm gonna try and push for us to be able to, like, you know how you can write into books in Wurm just like in the old Ultima Online days? The only problem is that in Ultima Online you could actually write like a proper story. You could get enough characters fitting into a book to write like a proper story in it. Whereas in Wurm you can only write just a smidgen, just a little bit, and it sort of feels like completely pointless to write a book in Wurm. But the technology is already there. I mean, we can already write. It just should be, and you know, it would be cool that maybe it actually already, I'm wondering to myself whether or not it actually works that way. I wonder if it works that way, that the higher quality the book, the more characters you can fit in there, just like signs and just like when you write on papyrus. Let me just check the book on. Oh, I don't even want to look at that. I'm sorry, friendly kitten. Let's get away from here quickly. So book, let's see what it says on Wurmpedia. A book can be given a title up to 20 characters. Okay, that's the title. A book whose quality is 22 or less will hold 22 pages. If its quality is 23 or more, it will hold the number of pages equal. Ooh, so you can actually, so it does depend on quality. That's cool. I'm really happy to see that actually, because you know, just looking at a library like this, I mean, that was a very popular thing in Ultima Online where people would actually create libraries and then they would collect books written by other players. And so you could mosey into a player's library. You could take one of the books, and actually what they did in Ultima Online is they would lock the books because over there for you to have like something so that nobody could steal it, the items had to be locked down. But of course in Wurm we don't have to worry about locking down things, so basically if you have the permissions set so that things cannot be picked up, you could basically put books on the table, on the various tables, and they could be like a collection of player written books. Man, I feel like doing that now. Are there any old Ultima Online players here in the chat? You guys know what I mean. Perry G. People enjoy the KatsPurr, Cats ASMR. And Beast Wolf, you have to drive, helping your family move their fridge. See you later. Thanks so much for dropping by, Beast Wolf, and talk to you later. Yes, please do try streaming. I think you'd be great at it. Hello, Griff. They did make improvements to books so you can write more. Oh, that's awesome. When did that change come, Griff? I didn't notice because I could swear I tried to write a book like, well, this was quite a while ago, but it felt completely pointless. Oh, of course, I forgot. Ben, Joseph, and Daji, old Ultima Online players. We're all here. Griff says, but you can still only place so few books on a bookshelf so it looks empty. Yeah. I mean, I guess I understand it from the performance point of view that there's, you know, a limited... Was it over here? Now, why is that door locked? I can't even remember now where the library... Oh, was it over here? I think this was the library, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Yes. So, of course, these bookshelves here, as those of you who play Wurm know, this is the sort of like predefined older bookshelf that just has decorative, like, those aren't actual books that you can... I mean, you can't open the... Like in Ultima Online, what you could do is you could open a bookshelf and there was like the option to open it and then you could read any books that were inside. But in Wurm, it works so that this one is just like a decorative one. You can't place any things on it, but then there is, in addition, empty versions of this one and the smaller one. And on those, you can actually put items onto them, including books. The only problem is that there's a very limited amount. You would never be able to get this look that you have with like proper books. It would be too many items. But yeah, I'm guessing it must be due to performance issues that they have to keep things optimized. I don't actually know what the reason is, but that's my guess. Parser. Cats moses into somebody's library and borrows, in quotation marks, a book or two. So it came about a year ago, Griff. I see. Yes, we are old. We old Ultima Online players, aren't we, Dudgy? December 19th, says Du Jensen. I see. Well, I am absolutely going to give that a try then, because I love the whole like library concept back in. Do you guys know, by the way? Do you guys know, have any like Wurm players made use of that? Has anyone made like Wurm Online libraries of any sort? I would be surprised to hear if there aren't any, because you would think somebody would have made... Oh, look how pretty those lights are, guys. Got the whole rainbow thing going on over here. And I think I probably, yeah, I'm gonna have to eat something here quickly. Although I think I can manage against this old guy, even without eating. And we'll just call the guards as well, just so I can get rid of him quickly. Hello there, Bill. Welcome to the stream. Good to see you, and thank you so much for the welcome. How am I doing? I'm doing fantastic. Thank you very much, Bill. You weren't here, of course, earlier on, but as I was explaining to people here earlier on, the reason I was away for a whole month was because I was working very, very hard on the upcoming the new Wurm Online trailer. And it is now finished, so I can get back to just normal life again, thank goodness. But yeah, I'll be able to share that with you guys. Oh, well, you guys are going to see it from, of course, the official sources first, but we'll be able to have a look at that soon, a few days before the Wurm Online Steam launch, so not too long anymore. Parser says, you're pretty sure you can place books on the fully decorated shelves, but can you place them on the shelves as well, though, Parser, or is it just like on the top of the shelf itself? Oh, yes, I meant to eat, that's right. Actually, you don't have to mail me. So, Parser, was that from... Oh, no, that's right. It was, I had thought that you... So, here's the thing. Somebody was kind enough to send me a pizza in the mail, and I actually don't know now who it is, because you know how sometimes when you get like mail in Wurm and you're just so excited to get some mail that you just like press the respond or the accept check mark and you accept the thing, and then you sort of forgot to properly check what the name was. So that's what happened, and the name looked sort of similar to Parser's name on the forums, and then I sent just to be on the safe side. Wasn't it so that I sent you, Parser, like a thank you on the forums that, hey, thanks for the pizza, and then it wasn't actually you at all. So I don't know who it was, but whoever did send me a very tasty pizza, thank you very much for that. Speaking of which, guys, I actually made yes, Du Jensen. Yes, that is very true. I had never had pizza. I've eaten pizza before in Wurm. I've just never made a pizza before in Wurm. And I made my very first pizzas a few days ago. So I actually took one of them with me. And yeah, so it took me this many years to actually bake my very first pizza. And so here we have a wrapped full house pizza. And now I'm not going to make the mistake that I did before. And I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but when I've had like my food with me on these trips, I never got around to actually wrapping them with wax paper. But this one I did wrap, and I'm not going to make the mistake of like unwrapping it and then eating it like I did one time in another stream from some food. I think it was Madnath who gave me some food, or somebody had given me some food, and I unwrapped it like a fool. But now I know that you don't actually have to unwrap it, you can just munch away at it. And it says here in the text that you carefully unwrap the full house pizza before eating it. Oh, what the heck? What the heck? I did this wrong, didn't I? How come it ate the whole thing? How did it eat the whole pizza in one go? Aren't pizzas supposed to like last forever and ever and ever and ever? That was the only thing I had with me to eat. Huh. See, I'm a complete noob with these pizza things. Because usually what I had with me was a casserole. But aren't pizzas supposed to be something, or is it so that when you make a pizza, you're just supposed to put a whole bunch of ingredients so that it has a very heavy, that it's a very heavy, full piece of food? Maybe what I ended up making was just such a small pizza with not enough ingredients. I guess you guys are going to explain the whole thing to me here. Forget. So now we all need to send you a pizza just to confuse you. I don't mind if you guys want to send me pizzas. Send away. There is no way that I'm saying no to a pizza. Parser, you've put books and papers on the bottom shelf of a decorative bookshelf. Oh, I didn't know that you could put them on those. So that way you could have like a full bookshelf and then just add like a few real books there. Oh, can't fit a full large pizza in a picnic basket. Yes, it was in wax paper, Perry G. Yes. So, Jensen, was that from? Oh, that was from you, the pizza. Oh, Lufus, of course. I think. No, hold on. Was it from you? The one that was sent in the mail? Jez, you wish you lived somewhere where you could receive pizza in real life. Oh. Hello, Stacy. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? It has been a while. What's pizza in Finnish? Pizza. And it's actually written in Finnish. It's written like this. So you can slice food up into 2-kilogram pieces, says Griff. It's possible it was just a small piece. Huh. I wonder where I went wrong then. Oh, it was from you, Du Jensen. Oh, I see. Well, thank you very much, Du Jensen, for that pizza. I actually ended up sending a thank you to Parser for it, which caused a lot of confusion. Well, thank you very much, Du Jensen. Okay, let's have a look here. Is there anything else exciting? Well, that looks a little bit dark. I don't think I'm gonna go over there. I should have grabbed my horse, actually, now that we're back on Xanadu. So how has life been treating you, Stacy? What have you been up to this past month? I got a whole bunch of horses going on. There's some babies, so there's like an active player. Now, where is my ship? That's the question, I think. Somewhere over here. Jez is gonna go get some pizza from the store. Yeah, I mean, as soon as somebody plants that idea of pizza in one's brain, I'm the same way, Jez. I can't, it becomes an obsession that I have to get some pizza. By the way, guys, guess who I saw playing Elite Dangerous today? I saw Kimmy and Pink playing Elite Dangerous, and I went to go watch her stream a bit. And she's actually an old Elite Dangerous player. She sort of comes and goes to Elite. But yeah, it was very cool to see that she actually plays. So I guess we're going to be seeing some more Elite Dangerous streams from Kimmy and Pink. So Kimmy is also a Wurm streamer. And also part of the Valerie Entertainment Network as well. So we have arrived into this, oh no, this area over here. Let's just have a look here. Yeah, we're somewhere over here, and I guess there's supposed to be a canal directly to the south. Where the heck is my compass? Compass? Oh, it's right there. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna, I think we have to go that way, don't we? I think so. And there should be another canal. Let's just double check. Yes, there's a canal right there. NARS only, it says, but we're on a NAR, so we should be fine. And our location today is actually just close to Vrock's Landing. I don't know why I keep saying Vrocks when it's actually Vrock Landing. I want to say Vrocks for some reason. So maybe we'll go and have a look at what Rock Landing looks like these days as well. Okay. Do I have the highest speed? I do. So Stacy, you have been working from home, so you did nothing, played games and rode your bikes. That's the way to go. So when you say rode your bikes, do you mean like motorbikes or just like bicycles or? And Drew Johnson says that Kimmy was streaming ED 5 hours on Sunday. Ah, cool. And Parser, you were hoping I would explore a few more minutes. Why is that, Parser? Oh, is it close to the labyrinth, Griff? Ah, yes, that's true. When the whole labyrinth thing, and for those who don't know, I mean, for those who don't know, of course, Griff is part of the Factional Fight Brothers, who are world famous Wurmian. Oh, jeez, what happened now? Sorry about that. I must have pressed like some key there by mistake. Anyhow, I don't know how long it was like that, guys. Sorry about that. Yes, so anyhow, Griff is part of the Factional Fight Brothers, and so Griff, well, I'm not gonna say any more about, or maybe you can tell us, like, because I get asked all the time, when are the Factional Fight Brothers going to be streaming again? So I know you and Farron were talking a little bit, so, and I don't want to expose anything on your behalf in case you're not comfortable with that, but I'm sure everyone here would be very, very excited and anxious to hear what your guys' plans are in regards to the whole Steam launch. Or have you and Farron made any decisions yet? Anyhow, the Factional Fight Brothers, they, I mean, probably the most legendary player-created thing that has ever happened in Wurm. Well, maybe not the most, but I would say one of the top 5 would definitely be the labyrinth that the Factional Fight Brothers made, which is close to the Rock Landing, and it is a labyrinth based on the movie Labyrinth with David Bowie, and it took me 12 hours to get through the bloody thing, but the reward that you get at the end, which you can still get, is actually a crystal ball. So, if there are any new Wurmians out there who have never taken part in a player-created wonder, you should definitely go and check out the labyrinth here close to Rock Landing here on Xanadu. I think it was called Puzzle Labyrinth, or what was the exact name? I forget now. But it is absolutely worth doing. Just be sure to take some cotton with you, some water, some food, because it might be a long time to get through it. And Parser says, "You sure I will figure out why?" Oh, did you send me some pizza, Parser? Ah, I gotcha. Well, we'll be able to. I'm assuming that's what happened, and I guess we'll be able to pick up some pizza at another spot soon. Oh, there's actually the message here. You sense imps whispering your name. So let's keep our eyes peeled for any deeds around here that might have a mailbox. Let's actually have a look here. So this place, I'm not sure how up to date this is, but this should be possibly this place over here. They might just have a mailbox. Kind of looks abandoned though from here. Let's have a look with the spyglass. There's one market stall, a whole bunch of unicorns sliding around, but it kind of looks dead, doesn't it? I'm not sure if that's the place. Oh, Vergent, you haven't been to the labyrinth, to the puzzle labyrinth. You have to go. It is an amazing experience. So Griff says that it's still early, but you and Farron are in early discussions about streaming again. Oh my gosh. It is going to be fantastic to see you guys stream if and when you come to that point. I do know that you both are going to be starting to play during the, try out the new Steam servers, or like not the Steam servers, but the new servers that will be released at the Steam launch. And it's going to be so good to have you guys back in action. Stacy, so real bikes like motorcycles. You're too lazy for bicycles. Hey, maybe it's this place over here. So yeah, Stacy, that is like risky stuff going on a motorcycle. I hope you stay safe out there. Have you ever been into have you ever been into in a situation that was like a close call, Stacy? I know so many of my friends who go on motorcycles. Oh, there's a whole big place over there. Okay, that's definitely gonna have a mailbox. But yeah, Stacy, a lot of my friends also have motorcycles, and they've pretty much all of them have been in pretty dangerous situations. Yeah, cotton to heal yourself up, Parser, and water to keep yourself. I mean, you can imagine 12 hours. If it took me 12 hours, well, of course, that's not a normal amount, I think. Most people have a few more marbles in their head and are able to get through it a little bit faster than silly old cats. Ooh, Seren. So Seren's recently streamed her adventure to the labyrinth. Oh, and we should do a shout out for Seren, because Seren has started streaming some Wurm as well. And she's just getting started, so there haven't been that many viewers. So you guys, I mean, Seren is familiar to all of us. She's been hanging out here on my streams as well. So do go give her a follow, show her some support. I've been catching a few of her streams as well, and it's so lovely to see her streaming. So she streamed her labyrinth experience. Okay. I'm gonna have to go check out. I wonder if she's saving her VODs or not. And Griff says that if you're worried about getting stuck in the labyrinth, you guys did make a spoiler walkthrough video. Yeah, and I have one on my channel as well. So there is a way to get out of there if you do get super stuck. But I'm a stubborn one. I I refuse to cheat at all or get any any help from anyone. I wanted to get through it myself. And after I figured it out, then I was able to bring my alts in, and they were able to get through in a couple of hours. So it wasn't too bad after that. So what's this place called? This is called Village of Come by Chance. Okay. Oh my gosh, what the heck? Ooh, unfinished spirit gate. Interesting. Huh. So that's what an unfinished spirit gate look. I mean, you could use this as like like they have here, like a decoration. Or I'm not sure if that's a decoration or if they just to have them laying around, but that's kind of like a cool item to have, like if you wanted to have in one of your rooms that's sort of more mystical. It's pretty cool looking. I don't even know how the heck you build a spirit gate, to be honest. Like, is it it's and you don't see this very often either, where like a ramp is just made with the wood bridge. It's quite nice, isn't it? It feels quite natural. It's not so like bridgy. It really feels like an actual like wooden ramp that you would have built into a house, because this is actually like a bridge. As you can see, I'm like mousing over this thing. But using wood is quite a nice idea. How come I haven't thought of that? Let me just take a screenshot of that so I don't forget. And what's this thing? Unfinished shrine. So that's what an unfinished shrine looks like. That's also quite a cool item, isn't it? You can actually find quite a lot of like cool items from ones that are just like unfinished versions. Now, where is the mailbox? Let's see. Yes, I am stubborn parser, yes. Well, I can't remember now. Did I wonder if I did the 12 hours all in one go. I'm pretty sure I did. Once I get obsessed with getting something finished, I can't stop. I think I did do it in one go. Yeah. Crazy cats, stubborn cats. So there is no mailbox over here. But we'll have a little looky around regardless. So Griff asks, how come I'm not using the new UI? Simply, Griff, because I'm guessing that there's still some polish and finishing up that needs to be done for it. People are testing it out, giving feedback right now. So just for the sake of for the sake of Wurm Roulette going as smoothly as possible, the last thing I want to do is to sort of like stumble into any little issues that we then have to tackle. Oh, there we go. There's the deed token and the mailbox. Yeah, so I don't want to, because, we're focused more on just doing the Wurm Roulette here, so I don't want to be in a situation where we have to start trying to figure out why something isn't working with the UI. And soon enough, we'll all be using it anyhow. So, check. Oh, we have another goblin after us. Wrapped portion of a full house pizza. Hold on, name. Oh, sender Lao. Okay, so that is from the parser. I think it was. Yes, it was from the parser. Thank you very much, the parser. And then let's just reopen that. Nice. 52 quality. And we'll throw that into our food compartment ASAP and eat a little bit. And thank you so much for the follow there, Brad Cub. Sorry, I'm trying to see on my other monitor here, which is a little bit farther away. And welcome to the stream, Brad. Are you a Wurm Online player as well? Yeah, that's what I thought, Griff. So they are part of the... I'm glad you confirmed that they're part of that whole mission system. So just like the pylons and the obelisks. Yeah, I have a whole bunch of like freshly started obelisks and pylons on my deed. I've just never done the spirit cottage, or no, not spirit cottage, though. Whatchamacallit, all those ones that we just saw. The portal thingy, and gosh, I already forgot the names. So, come by chance. We definitely came by chance to this deed, that's for sure. They have a jackal lodestone over there. Viking, you had to concentrate on the job situation. You made an application and sent it in. Now for a break. Good for you, Viking. Good for you. There is a word in Finnish, Viking, to describe what you are right now, and that is a word called reipas. Reipas is somebody who has taken upon themselves to do a task that they really don't feel like doing, and they've just pushed through it and gotten it done. So good for you, Viking. You are very, very, very reipas. And yeah, good luck with that. I do hope you get a response. quite a nice little place this person has got going over here. And Vergent, you got a job finally on your unwind between work and sleep. Congratulations, Vergent. So Brad, you have been playing Wurm for nearly 10 years. Oh, you're an old veteran. You've been playing even longer than I have then. I started in 2013, so gosh, it's soon gonna be 7 years, isn't it? Come this November. So Brad, what are your plans as far as the Steam launch? Are you gonna be rolling a new character there and have a look at take part in all the excitement? Where the heck did I leave my boat? I think it was over here, wasn't it? Is it this one? Nope, that's the gnarly bear. I think it's somewhere over here. And you have to get going, Stacy. Okay, thanks so much for stopping by, Stacy. Always a pleasure to see you. And you have a good evening. Oh, and you wanted the sentence translated. So that in Finnish would be Pitää mennä. Heippa kats ja kaverit. Yeah, see you later, Stacy. Now, oh, it's over there. My goodness. And this is quite cool, by the way. I'm not sure how many of you are aware. I think a lot of new players aren't aware, but you will notice that there's wooden planks of 2 colors here. So the way that you can get the darker color is by using tar on the normal wooden planks, and that will make it a darker color. So if you want to use that as a sort of design choice, that is an option. I quite like the darker color myself. And Brad Cub, I always like to ask like veterans of the game, what has your luck been? Because I'm pretty sure that you, just like most of us, have tried many times to get their friends to come and play Wurm. Have you had any luck getting your friends to play Wurm? Okay. So we got our pizza, and my tummy is full, at least virtually. It sure isn't in real life, that's for sure. I've only had breakfast so far today. And now we're going to try and find that other... Oh, maybe it's that one. We need to find another canal that's going to lead us through down to the south. I wonder if that's the one. So Vergent, you're having the feed glitching out like the chat? And Parser, you didn't know that? You assumed it was a wood type. Oh, no problem, Parser, no. Yeah, I think that the color is always the same regardless of what you use for it. But that is indeed tar. So it's pretty cool. That's one of the things I really love about Wurm, is that it has so many of these little hidden features that you only discover like years later. And actually, I would be very interested to hear, what does the sign say here? Highway merchants. This kind of looks small for canal, but we'll go and have a look and see if this is the one. Maybe. This might be it. Yeah, so I meant to say that, like, oh, yes, now I remember what I was saying. I was going to ask you guys, what has been, for those of you who have played Wurm for a very long time, what has been something that was like a hidden feature that you discovered only years after playing Wurm, and then you were like, oh my gosh, I never knew about this. This is the coolest thing ever. So Viking says Twitch is being twitchy as usual. So Is it the chat that is acting weird, or is it the stream, like video itself? Hello, Tuplex. Welcome to the stream. How have you been doing for this past month? It's been a while, huh? The avatar animations stutter a little, yes. It's weird, Parser, because you know the KatsPurr animation, it has a lag to it that doesn't actually happen when I do elite streams, but it happens with every single Wurm stream. I don't know why. And stream seems fine for you, Do Jensen? Yeah, I think this must be the one. I think it is. So, what we were basically trying to find was this canal right here. And I am assuming that this is the one. It seems to be going in the right direction at least. And just like we can see, it's kind of like it's not completely straight. So that would kind of explain why we can see it sort of going a little bit to the left here. So yes, I think this is definitely the right one. So we're going to be arriving to a place. Oh, this is actually going to take a long time. That is one long canal. So we are going to be arriving to a place called Peshmi and Pinewood Docks. We'll maybe go and have a look at those places before we continue on. Man, I gotta really say that this new feature of being able to go straight on a tile by pressing like the outer run down a second time has been such a godsend. So, Do Jensen, a question for you about the Steam launch. I know you have several different deeds here on the old servers. Are you planning to actually go out and make a new character and found a new deed on the new server? What are your plans in regards to the whole Steam launch? As I've explained before, my plans basically is I'll start up a new character. I'll try and find a safe. Actually, you know what I'll probably do is I will probably mine out a little. I'll make sure that I'm on the outer edge of the mainland first of all. So that's the first goal, is to find the outer edge of the mainland. And while I'm walking towards the outer edge, I will also keep my eyes peeled for any tar tiles. And then I wonder how, tar shouldn't be too heavy, is it? No, I don't think it's very heavy. How much tar do you actually need for a rowboat? We'll check that in the Wurmpedia. But yeah, I'll keep my eyes peeled for tar because you need that to make a rowboat. And then once I reach what I am assuming to be the outer edge of the mainland, I will probably mine out a little cave and make a mine door for it, and I will make it so that it comes out into the water. And then inside the cave, and I'll make once I've mined it out, I've tunneled it out, I will then build a mine door for it, and then I will start the process of gathering materials for a small rowboat, and I'll start building a small rowboat inside the little cave, and then once it's finished, gather up all my things and go through the cave door out into the sea, and I'll go and try and find a beautiful spot. That's my plan. And let me just actually check, how much tar do you need for a rowing boat, actually? Rowing boat. Worm. So it needs 10 tar. Well, that's nothing at all. Of course, one has to consider that you're going to, as a new player, you're going to be failing quite a bit. So it's probably a good idea to take at least 20 tar, but that shouldn't be too heavy to carry around even as a new player. And then, okay, so it doesn't even need like a special rope. It's just like a normal rope. Because usually the rope situation can be kind of tricky as well. That shouldn't be too bad at all. Yeah, that's the plan. So, Du Jensen, you have not planned to go to the new Steam server. So you're not going to even come and like just sort of check out the excitement and watch all the new players like running around like crazy? Oh, hold on. You might make a character going there, but don't plan to go premium. Yeah, I don't plan to go premium with that character that I make either. In fact, you know what I might do? Oh, I know what I'll do, guys. So, as I've said, as I was just saying, like, maybe about an hour ago, there is no way in hell that I am going to make a character that is like a fully fledged character like this one is. And then I was saying that maybe I'll make a character that will eventually turn into a priest. But you know what? One thing that I've always wanted to do is I've always wanted to try to challenge myself by making a completely free character that gets all of their skills up to 20. Which is the highest you can go with a free account, and try and live a humble life, just a very simple, humble life with a free account. Of course, in the end, it would probably be a good idea to go premium with that account at least once so that the account is never deleted. But I'm wondering to myself, because I was wondering to myself, I wonder if I should do the premium right from the get-go so that... No, but you can definitely... Because I was thinking that it would kind of be cool to keep it so that no skills, even when premiumed, go over 20. That I just make it like a mission to keep it only everything 20 or under. And of course, it's quite easy to get it up to 20 quite fast, so that's not a very good plan. But of course, once the premium ends, it reverts back to 20 anyhow, but it's just like one of those things that it would bother me to know that there's like hidden skills after going off premium. So that was the point I was going to try and make, that like it would be a true, perfect, like free character, you know? That's a bit tricky. Oh well, maybe I don't have to be so, maybe it doesn't have to be done so perfectly. That's going a bit overboard, I guess. And anchor still... Oh yeah, the anchor, that's right. But of course, of course the anchor is not something mandatory. If you set your permissions... If you set your permissions so that nobody else can ride the boat, but they can push it, can't they, without an anchor? If somebody wanted to troll you, they could basically push your boat away, couldn't they? I'm not sure. Can you actually push a boat that you don't have permissions to if it doesn't have an anchor? Like, I do know that the anchor is supposed to... There was something about the different metal types with the anchors, that some metal types stop it from drifting away and others don't. There was something about that. I just can't remember how it goes. But wasn't it so that I mean, at some point, back when I first started playing Wurm, it was definitely this way, that your boat would drift away eventually on its own if you didn't have it anchored. But I think they changed it at some point. Like, it has a weird system now that if you just like disembark from your boat, it will not drift away without an anchor. I'm trying to remember how this works now, but maybe you guys know. Tuplex asks, won't the Steam launch divide the player base? Is that a good thing? Yeah, it's a tricky topic for sure, Tuplex. It is gonna for sure divide the player base, at least in the beginning. I actually have no idea what the plan is for the future on whether the old and new servers are ever going to be merged together, or not merged, no, connected so that you could travel between them. Personally, just from a player point of view, I really hope that at some point they do connect them, because I think just the point that you raise, Tuplex, that it's so important for the community to feel as one, right? Because we already had the whole disconnect from Wurm Unlimited, but not to mention the fact that just like we're doing today, the being able to travel between servers is just one of the coolest things about Wurm. So I have to say that if they, and I know there's very different opinions on this, some people feel very strongly that they should never ever be connected, because just when you get a nice healthy like economy going, and where all players can truly have like an equal start, and they that any things that they actually achieve will always have value if they are never connected. And I totally do understand that point of view, and I do that I do agree to that as well to some extent. But for me, the community connection is more important than things like economy, to be quite honest, just like from a personal standpoint. But yeah, lots of really different opinions about this. And parser, all skills, you ask? Yeah, wouldn't that be kind of cool to have like a free character that you try and get all, well, of course there's the religious or like the priest stuff, so you wouldn't be able to get all the skills up to 20. But I wonder how feasible it would be to take upon this challenge, that to try and get all of the skills except the priest stuff up to 20. I mean, you would think that it's completely doable, right? Wouldn't that be kind of a cool experience? Again, will there be a new character called KatsPurr? No. I do tend to like the names that I choose for my characters in Wurm. I want them to be, sort of be immersive and sort of fit the role-playing style. So I would never have like a character called something like KatsPurr, because that just wouldn't like fit the the RP side of things at all. So it's definitely going to be a more realistic name. Excuse me. So yeah, it's going to have some more realistic name for sure. And we got through the canal finally. And just before we go forward, I'm going to have to take a little bit of a break here. So let's just moor the boat here for a moment. I'm just going to try and get a little bit farther away from the land here, just so that none of those land monsters attack me. But look how beautiful the game looks now with this new lighting. I still can't stop marveling over it. Okay, let's just moor it right there. I'll be right back, guys. Okie dokie, we are back. Let's see what you guys are saying here. So, Parser, you and your friends did something very similar. You called it the experiment. Oh. So how did it go? Were you also trying to just like play with like free characters, and how did that feel? Oh, that is an idea, Vergent, of course, but then again, if I want to be taking part in the whole start of the Steam launch, you know, I don't want to be like making the character on the launch day and then just leave it there for a month. So, but yeah, that's something I could of course do at a later time. But no, that's the problem, is that it could be done that way, of course, is to not premium it yet. Play the character, take part in the Steam launch, enjoy, do the stuff, and then later on at a later point, make it premium and then just not touch it. I think that's probably what you meant to begin with, isn't it? Silly cats. Hello, Zibadian. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? So, Zibadian, I'm doing fine. Thank you very much. I was very, very busy for a whole month. Working on the Wurm trailer that we will be seeing just before the launch. I worked on that thing night and day, and I hope it's going to be something that you all enjoy, and I hope it is able to entice a whole bunch of new players to start playing the game. So you can push a boat, says the parser, if it is not moored. Aha, so somebody could troll you that way. So I guess if I'm thinking about that moment, like starting on the Steam on the new server, if I didn't bother with the anchor, what I could do is, once I find a place that I wanna claim for myself, I claim it, build a little boathouse, stick the boat in there, but it would honestly just be easier. Well, of course, finding lead might be a bit of a tricky thing, but for the time being, one could make a little boathouse or a little fenced area and just lock the boat into there, couldn't they? Just push it up onto land. Zibadian says, in real life, boats only drift away if it is floating in a current. I didn't know that. Griff says, the new server will bring many players to the game, both old and new, so no splitting the player base should be offset. Vergant says, maybe like the Golden Valley server, could leave but not return. Yeah, that whole Golden Valley server, I wish I could have experienced that. It's too late now, I'm guessing, but that would have been a cool experience. Parser, personally, you expect that it'll be at least a year before they connect the servers, if they ever connect them at all. Yeah, I don't know what will happen with that. Personally, I think anywhere between 3 months to 12 months, if they were to connect them, I think that would be like a perfect balance, but I know there's probably a lot of people who would completely disagree with it working out that way, and I do understand their points for sure. Thank you, guys, for the blesses of the sneeze. Duplex the stare again. So, Parser, you enjoyed the experiment more than your friends. It was a good preparation for Jackal, which you enjoyed. It's also why you bought a Golden Valley tune and enjoy that experience. So is that something you can still do? Can you still do the Golden Valley thing, Parser? Oh, Vergent, you rarely see anyone when you're on Golden Valley. Aw. So, let's have a look at the map here. We've now entered this area, so what we have to find is we have to basically go south a bit and find this weird little peninsula thingamajig. And did I mean to look at something here? Well, I'm not really seeing anything too special, so maybe I won't bother. So characters that have not left Golden Valley can remain, and I know we've talked about this Golden Valley stuff before on the stream, and I just don't remember the details anymore. Oh, Parser, you bought the Golden Valley tune at the close of RMT. Oh, interesting. Interesting. So you like purposely decided to buy a Golden Valley tune from somebody else. Huh. So, and you've been enjoying the experience over there. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do with my, with the new character that I create on the new server then. So you can't experience it anymore because, of course, what are the, well, yeah, I don't know, maybe we won't get into the whole RMT thing. But I am glad to hear that you're enjoying your experience there, Parser. That makes it even more special if it's not anything you can do anymore, you know, in a natural way. I'm kind of interested, by the way, to check something, because I would swear. So I have a different, like, I have the different graphical settings for when I was like filming footage for the trailer. And I'm kind of interested because it's looking a little bit uglier than I had in my other settings. So kind of interested to see if I just restart the client with those settings that I had for the trailer, if it looks, how different it looks. And also would be interested to see in, to hear from you guys if there's any performance differences as well. Not really, doesn't really look that different, does it? I'm trying to look at the, yeah, and even the LOD, like mountains, the level of detail of the mountains in the far distance look still pretty clunky. Yeah, it doesn't really look very different actually. Maybe the water looks nicer? I'm not sure. But let's test and see what it's like with the max settings now, and we'll see if there's like any lag or any like performance issues at all with the stream. I have to organize all of my UI again. Hello, Sipaku. Welcome to the stream. I got a Xanadu spot. Rip. Yeah, I know some of you aren't much of a fan of Xanadu. I love living on Xanadu, but it's very much a matter of taste, isn't it? By the way, Griff, if you're still here, something I've been meaning to ask you. Let me just see if you are. Yes, you are. So Griff, whatever happened to, was it Release or what server was it that you and Farron started a new life on? Did anything ever happen with that? I mean, you guys made a deed over there, right? Did anything happen with that deed? Do you still have it? Or what's the situation with your deeds these days? I'm guessing you still have your Xanadu deed though, right? And I could swear that that sound is a bit louder now. When I started with the new settings. Master volume. Let's just take that down a bit. There we go. Duplex. You think the Wurm graphics look like a cheap Oblivion ripoff? Sorry. Yeah, it's definitely not a game for everyone's taste. Personally, I mean, like, I totally get the old school thing, but I think Wurm has its own charm that is hard to find in other games, especially considering that everything here has been shaped and changed and formed by the players. That's the whole magic of Wurm. So where you sort of lack in the visuals, you gain by the fact that players have complete freedom to do whatever they want with the game. So Griff, you played for a while, but you let the deed go on release. Oh, I see. So it was release. Parser, staying free to play requires a lot of time maintaining. Yeah. I can imagine. Especially if you have a wooden house. And isn't it, Parser, that if you play with a free character, you wouldn't even be able to make stone houses, right? Because you'd have to have high enough masonry. You get hungry, you get hurt often, your home decays. It takes forever to mine a single tile, says a parser. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that, I mean, now when you describe it that way, it doesn't sound like very much fun, does it? But yeah, maybe it could be more like a role-playing character. Thank you so much for the follow, Fletch. Welcome to the stream. Fletch, are you a Wurm player as well? I know I've definitely not seen your name here before. So wood only and only 3 times 3. And just one, Parser, when you said 1 at the end there, I'm guessing you meant just like 1 level, right? 1 floor? Hello there, Anubis streaming. Welcome to the stream. Anubis, are you a Wurm player? I don't think I've seen you around here before either. How did you guys find my stream? So I have to figure out where the heck I'm going here. So we're trying to find, if we look at the map here, we're in this body of water and we're trying to find that spot. And I was trying to find this little peninsula here, which I wonder, could it be this thing here? It might just be. So then looking at the map, maybe actually this would be the perfect spot, you know? This would be the perfect spot to get out the old horse and try and find the spot. Because I'm pretty sure this is probably not deeded. Oh, have you, Anubis? Yes. It could be that it's been a while and I haven't, it didn't stick to my mind, the name then. But welcome back, Anubis. Good to have you back then. Well, more right here. And this is part of the Lands of Wurm. Good. And then we shall unload the creature cage. And you used to play this game, Anubis. Right. Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's just one of those things, you know, when like people who are sort of regular to the stream that sort of talk more, you gradually start to remember like all the details that everyone has, you know, what they do for real work, what country they live in, do they play Wurm or not, and all that good stuff. But if it's somebody who doesn't chat as often or only stops by once in a while, or is new to the stream, you know, it takes some time to get all that stuff like into your brain. So my apologies if I didn't remember that. You know, those details. So we should probably, yeah, let's get the horsey out. Unload creature. And we don't actually have to. We don't actually have to care for it because we're here on Xanadu. It is branded here to this server. And we'll just throw the stuff on, all the saddles and stuff. Over here. Bridle. Horseshoes. And the saddle. There we go. Perfect. And let's make sure that we do actually have a sign with us. Yes, there's the sign. Good, good, good. Let's just repair that quickly as well. Good. And off we go to explore and try and find that spot that we have marked on our map. I'm assuming this goes all the way to the mainland. Yes, it does. There's a road over there. Good. Perfect. So, Vergant says, Carpentry 20 cannot make a full 3x3 house. You need to leave one corner off. Ugh. All right. Yeah, that doesn't sound like too much fun, does it? But I guess, well, I'm going to give it a try for sure. I do want to see, you know, I mean, that newbie experience, there's something magical about it, about the struggle as well. For sure. That's quite a nice little bridge over there, by the way. I guess they need to finish off the, oh, it looks like we have that cursor thing turned on again. The new cursor disabling when going into turning the UI off. So this thing seems like it's still, oh, we have a boa constrictor after us. No, what am I saying? Boa constrictor, anaconda. Anaconda. There we go. And Parsha says, the largest house is 8 tiles, 3x3 minus 1 corner. And Fletchlock, you were saying that you are a new Wurm player and you found me through my YouTube videos. Well, welcome to Wurm, Fletchlock. Welcome to Wurm. And how have your new Wurm adventures been going so far? What server did you start off in on Fletchlock? And did you already finish the tutorial? I'm assuming you have, and you've sort of moved on. And have you built your first house yet? I'd be very, very excited to hear all about your new adventures. Oh, that's right, Anubis. So you were in the US and you were a firefighter. I do vaguely remember this discussion about firefighting because you would probably be the only one that I know from the Twitch chatters who is a firefighter. And whereabouts, by the way, speaking of fires, Anubis, I saw that there was some new forest fires starting in California, right? I could swear I saw something about that in the news. So whereabouts in the US are you? I hope you're not over in the west side. And the parser continues, you can't ride a horse, you can't drive a cart, mobility is so limited, carrying capacity is limited too. I guess the challenge there, Parser, would be to, I mean, the whole sort of excitement of it would be after having played the game many, many years, you would be able to optimize your gameplay. You'd sort of know the right things to do. and it would be kind of interesting to try playing the game with all that knowledge. You know, the smart ways to set up like your workstations. You know, about having, for instance, your smithing area, for instance, right in a cave where the actual like ore veins are versus carrying all that stuff to your house. Stuff like that. I mean, I could imagine that would be kind of cool to challenge yourself to use all that knowledge that you have accumulated over the years and see if you can sort of get around a lot of those challenges of being a new player with all the sort of tricks that you already know. Yeah, it's true what Sipaku says, that unlike other MMOs, Wurm is the very hardest at the start, and you don't have any skills or gear or game knowledge. Yeah, it is so challenging, and but it is kind of cool that, like I've said this before in my Wurm streams, that the cool thing about Wurm is that it just gets better and better, and the more skills you have and the more knowledge, it's like the whole gaming experience just gets more and more pleasant over time, doesn't it? Lots of monsters around here. So we found a desert. Let's just check. It looks like somebody's really done some terraforming or dug some, maybe they needed some sand for themselves and they dug away at this. So let's check the old map. There seems to be, I wonder if this is this desert actually. Look at all these monsters ganging up on me like that. The nerve. Where's my own HP bar, by the way? Oh, it's right there, but it's hidden. There we go. Yeah, let's take all these guys down. So rude. So rude attacking me like that. Parsha says, honestly, I think if you were going to Prem once, you should wait until Mind Logic is 20 Prem and then cheat to raise to Mind Logic 2 20.1, which you'll keep. Yeah, that's true. That is true, Parsha, that in the very least one could get those body attributes so that you can at least ride horses, ride carts and stuff like that. That's true. I have to admit that even though I'm sort of like stubborn and trying to do things like in a true way, that is one thing where I would be kind of willing to cheat, actually. Jez, you grow more and more impressed with this environment. Lovely place to lose oneself to. Indeed, Jez. And wait till you see the trailer. I think like once you see the trailer, Jez, and you see all the possibilities, I think it's going to blow you away that, wow, can Wurm actually look like that? Can you actually do that in Wurm and that and that? Man, I really can't wait to share it with you guys because I put in quite a lot of work to just sort of get the very best that you can get out of Wurm and, you know, to sort of maximize how beautiful it can be. And Anubis, you had a beautiful place when you played this game. What server were you playing on back then? And Anubis, have you been thinking at all about coming back to Wurm? And Vergent says, hopefully you won't get the same newbie experience you had of various critters glitching inside your house. Oh, that sounds nasty. Ugh. That would be like a nightmare for a newbie. Do you know if they fixed that glitch, Vergent? I think what I'm gonna have to do, guys, is I'm probably gonna have to sort of cheat and check the community map here. So let's just get that out here. Community map. So I do see a diagonal road going up there. Maybe we're probably over here, by the way. Hold on, there's a mountain to the east. And what direction am I facing now? No, that's the west. If I face the east... No. Let's have a look here. So there's a little island. That seems to be Crocodile Isle. So we should be... I guess we're just trying to see that diagonal road that I'm seeing over here, because I'm not seeing that anywhere. Let me try and gather my... Is it the gather your bearings? No. There's some kind of phrase about when you're trying to figure out where you are. So we have sand over here, and there's a whole bunch of tiles there up on the mountain. And if I just compare those... I'm not seeing those tiles here, though. Unless this is an old... But you wouldn't think that anyone would have been touching those tiles, right? Unless this is a rather old map. We're definitely in the right area, aren't we? Oh, unless that island was this one. Ah, maybe. We're probably over here. That's where we are. So this diagonal road, if I'm now facing north, yes, that's what that road is. So we're over there. Gotcha. Okay. So now when we look at the map, we're actually very, very close. So we need to just go south, and we need to get to this star over here. So there's this little dip over here, and then we need to get right into the forest at around somewhere in this area. Okay, so we're just gonna go south from here. Okie dokie. Yeah, I don't think I would have been able to figure this out without the community map, to be quite honest. So sometimes I have to do a little bit of cheating, because normally what I try to do is during these Wurm Roulette streams, as you guys know, I try and figure things out just on my own. But usually here on Xanadu, because it's just so gigantic, I kind of have to cheat a little bit and check from the community map and make sure that we're in the right spot. Sipaku. Boat Constrictor and Worm by Christmas, leaked by Kitty. I said boa, not boat. Boa Constrictor, that's the one that squeezes you. That would be kind of actually cool to have that kind of predator in Wurm, wouldn't it? A nasty old big snake that came to squish you to death. Oh, hold on. Maybe we should just go this way. Duplex Anaconda? This isn't Hutton Orbital, is it? Yeah. So there's, for those who don't know, who don't play Elite Dangerous, there's actually a ship which is called the Anaconda, which Duplex is referring to. Griff asks, Cats, do you prefer first-person view? Is it because you find it more immersive? Well, Griff, especially during the Wurm Roulette streams, since the sort of the point here is to look at the landscapes as we explore, I just think that, oh crap, I just think that if you have the third person view, it's sort of kind of in the way, and also the character looks also, I think, a little bit silly. Like if I go to no target, just the way that those arms are sort of, you know, hovering in the air looks so robotic. And she doesn't look so great with her coif either, her gold coif. And also, I find also just like turning is a little bit more... There's a key down there, guys. A rusted key. Also just turning and trying to like it just feels a little bit more clunky this way, so I prefer to have it in first-person view, actually. Maybe it's also from old, like, habit. Now, I have to say, Griff, that for making any, like, Wurm tutorials, it's absolutely fantastic that we do have the third-person view now, because that's going to help a lot with making videos. I'm sure since you guys also make videos, you can totally relate with that one. Oh, and by the way, Griff, I never gave like a shout out to your guys' channel. So, the Factional Fight Brothers, world famous Wurmians, content creators, streamers, YouTubers. So Griff and Farron will apparently start streaming a little bit again now after the, or who knows, it might be a lot after the Steam launch. So do go and make, I'm sure most of you are already following Factional Fight, but if you aren't, this is definitely, oh crap, again I did that thing, guys. I did that thing again, or maybe I didn't. It looks like it came back. I'm not sure what that was all about, but I'm sure most of you are already following the Factional Fight Brothers, but if you are not, you should absolutely be following them. They are, damn it, this stupid, yeah, it's definitely OBS is acting weird. And you know what it's doing? It's doing it because of maybe the graphical settings. So you know what I'm gonna do? I am actually gonna go back to my other settings because I think OBS is not liking it at all with those settings. Because what happens is when I go to scroll the chat, it goes black in OBS every single time. Quite annoying, quite annoying. So let's go to the roulette settings instead. And I know I'm a little bit late with the chat here, so bear with me. And Jez, that is a very good point. Yes, feeling lost and overwhelmed starting a new MMO is a sign that the MMO is done right. Yeah, because you want to have that sense of progress, of achievement, of, you know, feeling those little victories as you finally start to understand how to do things. Absolutely. And Wurm is definitely a game like that. That is for sure. So let's see. Let's just have a look at the community map again. So if we just look back here, let's just go back. Oh, you nasty old wolf. If we just go back a bit. And there was the sandy spot over there. And we are facing... oh, now we're back with this UI again. Where's my compass gone? Compass. Oh, it's right there. So we're facing south. So we're facing this direction. I'm assuming that we're on this road right now. So basically what we need to do is next time we find a left, we need to turn left. Okay. And Fletchlock, you ended up heading to Xanadu as it looked like a nice place to find some untouched land. You got lost for about an hour, but you managed to find, I wonder if this is the one, but you managed to find a nice spot to settle down on, and the struggle is real. Oh, that sounds awesome, Fletch. I'm so glad for you. Are you having a good time? And is there anything that you're sort of stuck on? Have you been making good use of the CA help channel? So, you know how there's the chat channels and there's the CA help right here on the third tab? I hope you've been making good use of that and you've been asking lots and lots of questions. Never, ever, ever feel shy to ask for help on the CA help channel. The folks there are very, very friendly. That's what it's for. Never feel embarrassed to ask even the silliest of questions there. That is exactly what it's for. Apart from that, if you have any questions now, feel free to ask as well. It's always such a delight to have new players like join the game. So we're gonna have to figure things out, but before we do that, I'm gonna just properly catch up with the chat here. Look at all these all of these tons and tons of unicorns standing around. Crazy. Oh yes, Vergent, that's right. The new is gonna need all those new roads. I mean, just imagine, guys. I mean, all these roads have been made by players, right? So imagine the new server, completely wild lands, all of the mountains and all the hills that are gonna be so hard to climb. There's not gonna be any roads, like Vergent said. So it's going to be actually very hard to navigate and travel on the in the lands there. So I'm pretty sure that a lot of players are probably going to get right to work starting to make roads there. Uh, yeah, I didn't even think about that, Vergent. That's such a good point. Hello there, Withhold. Welcome to the stream, and I'm so sorry that I'm a little bit late greeting you there. Just a little bit late with the chat here. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here. And Parser, it is a challenge. You enjoyed it. Given the reaction of most players to Jackal, most wouldn't enjoy the challenge. Just go in with eyes open. Yes, I think I'll give it a try, Parser, with that new character. Duplex. You hope it doesn't turn out to be a can of worms. And Vergant says, you're pretty sure that that glitch was fixed with the monsters spawning into the house. It was years ago, and Enki was probably getting tired of rescuing people. And that was on Golden Valley. I see. Yeah, the screen was going black, Parsha, because hopefully it should, like now when I changed the different settings, I think it's not doing that anymore. Oh my goodness, Friendly Kit, you're stuffed. You're so stuffed. And you baked a cake as well. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the tabbing. It wasn't so much the tabbing, Sipako, it was like whenever I activated the scroll of the OBS, then it would do that. Yeah. Do Jensen, you don't consider using a community map cheating? Well, I mean, you know, it's all part of it's kind of a nice challenge to try and be able to just navigate your way there. Yeah, oh, you guys were trying to like warn me about the black thing already quite a long time ago. I'm so sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I think it was just the graphical settings. I don't think it I hopefully it's not doing it anymore. Like right now I'm actually scrolling through the chat on OBS and I don't see it going black anymore. Oh yes, we meant to check the secret key. That's right. Tuplex, I got so preoccupied with the whole graphical thing, like the black thing, that I forgot to check the key. Sepako, you wish that the Factional Fight Brothers would have the time to restart their Newbie Guides series. You learn so much from watching them while living in your little newbie cave and mining. Yeah. But of course, you know, even the old videos that the Factional Fight Brothers have, they're there's a lot of valuable information there still. But yeah, it would be really, really awesome if they made a new series of tutorials for sure. And I know it's something if Griff is still here. I know Griff, I remember you guys sort of chewing on that thought in recent times. Like when you guys were last streaming, you were thinking about doing that. And Du Jensen also doesn't consider Wurmpedia cheating either. No. Yeah. Of course, with Wurmpedia, it's not so much about navigating the lands. And Fletchlock, without the community map, you still would be lost on Xanadu. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, it's only like, for sure, I use the community map. Like, don't get me wrong, I use it all the time when I'm just playing normally, but I wanted to include it as a sort of, as a challenge to these Wurm Roulette streams. That part of the whole challenge would be for me to try and navigate to the spot without any help. That was one of the points for me. And Sipaku says, but they won't have the time. I'm sure they would love to if they could. Yeah, we'll see what happens. You know, life, the amount of time you have in life sort of comes and goes. So hopefully Okay, so what were we gonna do? I've finally caught up with the chat, and let's have a look here. So we see this sort of rounded cobblestone. I'm wondering if it would be marked with a different color here on the map. Maybe it maybe marks all cobblestones with the same color, I'm guessing. There's a very long one to the west, and of course to the east, so this must be this road. And what actually do we have here when we go up here? Okay, we need something a bit of a better indicator than that. Oh, well, we have these corners here. I wonder if we can see the corners. Hey, I think it's this one. That's probably what it is. So if I were to go over here, we should be able to find a mine next. The next left would be a mine if we're in the right area. Let's go have a look. Ah, there's a road. And, oh, it's a tar tile. Okay, so it wasn't a mine. It is instead a tar tile, the black thing that we can see here. Okay, good. We're in the right area though. And now, if we are here and we compare that to the map, let's just compare. Right here. And there's a little pointy thing over there. There's the pointy thing. So according to the pointy thing, we need to go a little bit south. And then it's right under this pointy thing, so under that one and next to that one. So basically from this tar tile, we need to just go a little bit across the road, just a little bit south. So we're almost there. So let's just go over here somewhere and see and find a nice little spot to plant the sign. So for those who don't know, when I do these Wurm Roulette streams, I take a wooden sign with me, and then, oh, here's a nice little rock. How about we place it? Of course, that rock is just like a something that comes and goes according to the state of the grass, but I still think it's a nice little spot to plant a sign. Oh, we got a spider after us. Take care of that nasty old guy first. Griff says that tutorial videos take a boatload of work, but given the nature of starting out again, you could imagine your streams will contain a good amount of valuable info for new players. Yeah, I mean, that's your guys' bit. Hasn't it usually been anyhow, Griff, that you guys have like had a sort of a theme going for the stream that you were going to do, that you were going to focus on some particular topic, and then you sort of showed that it was sort of like half a stream and half a tutorial. So I could very easily imagining you guys doing that. Nope, and Parser is confirming no black screen after I change the settings. Okay, that's good. So now we know that at least on my computer, using the full max graphical settings is just going to result in a whole bunch of problems if one is streaming. So I'm gonna stay away from that. And it's not like the visual difference was that huge anyhow, was it? So let's whip out the old, oh, we have to rename it as well. So KatsPurr / Milena was here July. What is the day today? 7th, 2020. And we'll just plant this sucker right here. And consider our mission to be accomplished. There we go. Perfect. Good. Now, what next? Let's see if if I look on the community map, is there anything interesting in the vicinity? Let's see. Well, Crocodile Isle kinds of... Oh, we should go and see Rock Landing. Let's go do that, actually. We're just around the corner from Rock Landing, so let's go and check that out, because I'm not sure. Oh, I have been to... Actually, I have been to Rock Landing No, we're not going to go there after all, because I have been there when I went to go and see the labyrinth, so there's not really much point in that. But what about if we go and have a look at these places over here, in the very least? So we'll just travel eastwards. That's north. I'm not going to even bother with that wolf, actually. And maybe we'll just go all the way to the shore and just go along the shore to have a look at those little towns over there. Sepaku was saying, Griff, what I really liked about them was the fact that they were really long, not just a 10-minute pure explanation of something, then over. Also having Brian roleplay as a newbie and use costumes like the priest episode was a lot of fun. Oh yeah, that's been hilarious when Brian has done that. And I'll never forget the outfit he had on, the David Bowie outfit he had on during the Labyrinth stream that you guys had. That was hilarious. He had a full makeup and everything on. I wonder, am I going to get stuck on the landscape here? Parser says, but Griff, you guys did an amazing job with them. I'll say it every time. Without them, you would have spent 10 times more effort in Wurm to accomplish most things. Yeah, I can definitely say the same thing. I have learned so much from the Factional Fight Brother videos. And I often actually go back to them as well. You know, what was that one thing that the Factional Fight Brothers said? And I'll go check out one of their old videos. I'm sure you guys do the same as well. I'm pretty sure that most of Wurm players actually go back to those again and again. Okay, we're just gonna swim over here, I think, a bit. And it looks like somebody is just starting out a new house. You missed a spot. They've named their house. You missed a spot. That's hilarious. Hello, Seren. Hello, and welcome to the stream. I was actually, Seren, I was just sharing, we were just talking about how you've started to stream, and I was sharing your stream at, like, the link to your stream just a bit earlier, because somebody was mentioning that you actually, did a stream, or it was Griff actually, I think, who was mentioning that you were doing the labyrinth in your stream. How did that go? How many hours did it take you to get through the labyrinth, Seren? And it is really, really lovely and wonderful that you have started to stream as well. I really enjoyed the times that I have visited your stream so far. I've really enjoyed myself. Oh, is that a champion? No, it's just an old slow troll. I'm gonna have to catch up here. Is this, this is decaying, guys. This is an abandoned house. Huh. Well, we'll go in here because it's kind of like safe now from the troll while I catch up with the chat quickly. And it looks pretty cool, by the way, guys. Look at that. Like the rendered walls when they start to decay. Those look pretty cool. Like you could, you know how like people like to sometimes bash walls a little bit just to give that visual look of decay, and you get a hole in the wall. I really like how the rendered walls actually look when they start to decay. That looks really cool. Huh. I don't think I've ever seen a rendered wall decaying before. Oh, really? So Crocodile Isle is where Timothy Marker's deed is, Du Jensen. Well, we're definitely going to go and see that then. Timothy Marker is one of the CA, the community assistance folks. I'm not sure. I don't know if Timothy Marker has other roles in the Wurm team, but at least he helps out in the community assistance. And Seren is asking, did she tell the exciting news already? Oh, all I was saying, the exciting news was basically just Seren, the fact that the reason that I've been away for a month has been because I was working on the Wurm trailer, the official Wurm trailer that's going to be released once, or it's going to be released actually a few days before the Steam launch. And that's why I've been away for a few weeks, because I've been working very hard on that. So yeah, I can hardly wait to share that with you guys. And the other bit of exciting news, of course, is not such new news anymore, but I did reach 2,000 followers here on Twitch, so we're gonna celebrate that somehow. I just have to make a plan for it. I just was so busy, of course, working on the trailer that I didn't have time for that. And you know what else is cool, Seren, is that so for the trailer, it was actually my son, so he's a composer. He made a soundtrack for the trailer, so we got to work on it together, and it was a lot of fun. Let's see, what else do we have here in the chat? Yes, Sipaku, Seren streams Wurm now. It's a new thing, so that's probably why you haven't heard. But let me just share Seren's stream again, just in case somebody missed that before. So do go and follow Seren and help her out with getting started with the streaming stuff. It's very nice, lovely atmosphere on her streams. So Seren, you were really bad with the labyrinth, but you had a lot of fun doing it. Ah, yeah, it is a lot of fun, isn't it? So did I miss it already, Seren? Did you say how many hours it took you to get through it? I was trying to see whether you mentioned that or not, like, because it took me 12 hours to get through it the first time. Yeah, it does look cool when it's cracked, doesn't it? And Sipaku says those walls look like a CSGO map to you. Thank you very much, Seren. Thank you very much. Sipaku. Wagon trailers in Wurm by Christmas, leaked by Kide. You didn't need 3 days going through it. 1 day, first part, 1 second, 1 lap. Oh, you needed 3 days getting through it. Right. Yeah, it is pretty tricky to get through, isn't it? You didn't count the hours though, right? Yeah. Well, I'm glad to hear that I'm not the only one that it took a long time to get through. Did you go through I guess you got the crystal ball, right? Did you go through the labyrinth a second time or a third time with your alts to get more crystal balls? I think I have 3 crystal balls myself. I just need to figure out something cool to do with them. Oh, that happened to me so much as well. You always ended up at the beginning. Yeah, that happened to me too. Sipaku wonders what Seren ate for 3 days. Yeah, did you take enough food and bandages and water with you when you went to the labyrinth, Seren? Oh, you haven't done it again since then. Yeah, for sure. After I got it finished, Seren, it took me a while to sort of recuperate, to sort of get over the trauma of getting through it. But then it was sort of haunting my mind. And then I think after a couple of weeks, I took my, when I took my alts there, it just took a couple of hours to get through after that. Once I sort of learned the system. So this is an abandoned house, but I don't think I'm able to, well, I guess I shouldn't consider it lootable yet because it's only partially, well, there's one of those cases Damage 63. Yeah, we're just gonna leave it alone. You never know. Maybe somebody still does live there, but they just... I'll leave that stuff alone. Yeah. I have more than enough garbage on my island anyhow, don't I? Oh yes, the Crocodile Island thing. So, Timothy Marker's place. Now, hold on. Where the heck is that then? Huh. So there's the little peninsula. Should we take down this troll? Let's take down the troll so I can think in peace. For again, those hedges need trimming. Yes, indeed. Yeah, those ones over there, the maple hedges. Too far. There we go. And Saran, you were wondering the whole week since I mentioned some exciting news what it would be. Can't wait to see it. Yeah, Saran, I can tell you, like, I am not exaggerating at all. Like, this is the actual truth. That for a month, my day was that I woke up in the morning, I made some coffee, made some breakfast, went to my computer, ate the breakfast and looked at like social media and just sort of caught up with what was going on in the world. Then I started work on the trailer. Work all day long until it was time to have dinner, make dinner, eat dinner, continue work until it was time to go to bed. And the same thing, this was the same thing every single day for a month. And I wasn't even like exhausted from it. It was so much fun to do because I pretty much got to do the whole thing. I was given the tasks to create like a plan for the trailer, to make the script for the trailer, to capture the footage, to edit. So I pretty much did the whole thing, and then my son did the soundtrack. So, and obviously, you know, as I was showing the different versions to the Wurm team, they were giving a lot of valuable feedback, of course. So there was some things that we sort of went back and forth with, and I also got some help from Farron on some of the texts as well. He gave some really great ideas on some of the texts. But you can imagine, like, doing something like that with your son, what a thrill that would be. And to do that for your favorite game, it's really, I can't wait to show it to you guys. I can't wait for you to see it. Oh, and I also meant to mention, Seren, that something that I was also mentioning before is that the Wurm devs actually created like a whole bunch of cool tools, like camera tools and NPC tools and all kinds of different tools for me to film footage with. So I was able to get some really cool like camera pans and, you know, having the camera move around and transitions and stuff. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what you guys think of it, and I hope I don't let you down. Parser, have you done? Oh, you haven't done the... Oh, yes, you mentioned that earlier on, I think, that you haven't done the labyrinth. That's nuts. You should absolutely do it. Yeah, you absolutely should not miss out on it. It would be such a shame to... for something to happen to the labyrinth. Let's say that the upkeep wouldn't be paid for or something like that. I'm hoping that visitors are adding like to the deed upkeep, though, to keep it going, so that it's not all on the Factional Fight Brothers like shoulders to pay for the upkeep, because it really is like a national treasure, or whatever that phrase is. So what I wanted to find was Crocodile Isle. I'm trying to figure out here where the heck we are. So that's the north. And there's this thing over here. I have a feeling we're somewhere over here right now. And that one is probably this one. Right, so we have to go east. Gotcha. Okay. I think I figured out where we are. Yep. And actually, since there's going to be some rock over there, I'm wondering if we should... No, maybe we'll just go along the shoreline. It might be just simpler that way. Aw, parser. Well, I hope I don't. I hope I don't. Because I would hate to hype it up so much and then just, you know, plant this vision in your guy's head that it's like a mind-blowing thing. And then you see it and then you're just disappointed. But I hope you won't be. I did put so much love into it and so much effort and time and tried to make every shot as beautiful as possible and make the camera movements as beautiful as possible, and yeah. And as I was also saying before, the music my son composed for that is so beautiful that it actually, well, it made, I don't know if it's just bias because, you know, it was by my son, but it actually made me cry the first times that I listened to it. It was so beautiful. So it'll be interesting to see if it has that effect on anyone else. It just, you get this feeling of nostalgia when the trailer starts and the music starts and you just see these beautiful clips of Wurm, and it's this hugely nostalgic feeling and this feeling of love for Wurm that you feel when it first starts. Hello sneakies, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Super cool. If there's nudity and explosions, we'll do well in the box office. No! Nudity and Wurm? Are you kidding? No, that's never gonna happen, is it? Oh, look at this little wiggly little pathway here, and it's only gonna take us down. No, this is a new place down here. And Seren, you need to have some dinner with the family, so you're sorry if you don't. No worries at all, Seren. You enjoy your dinner. Hey, this is a cute little place. What's this place called? This is called the village of Don't Feed the Bears. Oh, isn't that pretty, guys? Look at this nice little river here. Or it's sort of like a peninsula, actually. No, a bay, rather. Wiggly little river into this little pond. I like that. So they say bring their ship in through here. That's quite cozy, actually. And we can turn off the map, actually, at this point. So it's not in the way there. That's better. Because we don't have to look at that anymore. What a cute little village this is. And quite a cute name for the village as well. Very cozy. Now this is the type of place I'm dreaming of, guys. I know you saw me, you know, when I stumbled upon that lovely deed, and I was just so like, oh no, I wish I could have a nice little cozy life like this. It's definitely something I'm going to be doing on the new Steam server, that I'm not going to do anything big and glorious there. I just want to find a nice little cozy place and just live the simple life. Nothing too grand, nothing too fancy. Yeah, quite a cute little place. Now, we're gonna swim, I think, just along the rock here, so that we find this crocodile isle place. Sipaku, you know, I've often thought that this thing that you mentioned, that maybe this is when we should suggest that they let us locate our boats like we can with our horses. I have many times thought about that as well, that would be a really good thing, because I cannot count how many times where I've been in a real distressing situation where I just lost my boat. I can't find it, and I'm, you know, losing health and losing water, and of course I guess you can always drink from the sea, but then it just makes you thirstier faster as well. I would have needed that so many times. Has it been, Seppuku, has it ever been suggested in the forums, do you know? And Jez, all of the villages, everything that is man-made in this game is made by players. Everything. I mean, Jez, when a server first starts in Wurm, it just like with the new ones that are going to be starting when the Steam launch happens, they're going to be completely untouched, just wild wilderness. No roads, no towers, no buildings, nothing. Just wilderness. Nothing terraformed at all. So that's exactly how this server has been also when it first started. Then, you know, people had to make the roads so that we could reach each other, and they started building guard towers that we can defend ourselves against, you know, the monsters and stuff. But yeah, everything you see there is made by a player. And I can see Seppuku was saying the same thing. And Jez says that it reminds you a bit of Ardojin in RuneScape. Oh. So there's like a little town there that reminded you of. And Sneaky says that has kind of a Lord of the Rings look to it as well. Yeah, I mean, sure. For sure, it would be sort of like placed in the time. They're all medievally themed movies and games and so forth. I tried RuneScape very, very briefly, way back in the day. At the time, I was playing Ultima Online, and I knew that RuneScape was similar, and I gave it a little bit of a whirl. But I was already playing Ultima Online anyhow, so I didn't really play it that much. Let's just have a little bite out of this beautiful Full House pizza that the parser sent me in the mail a while back, and also a little bit of a drink. Not the best place to be having a snack, mind you, right in the water here, but what can you do? Jensen. But no fleet carriers in Wurm. But we have other types of carriers. Well, you could think of them as carriers in a way. To think that when you sail a ship, you can have passengers go with you. You can load creatures into the creature cages and load those into the ship. So that's kind of similar to a fleet carrier in a way, because you can load also wagons and carts into a ship as well. So other vehicles inside of a vehicle. Hold on. So that thing, is that... I wonder if that's it. Crocodile... yeah. I think this is it, isn't it? Crocodile Isle is right up ahead. I wonder if we can make it by swimming. Well, maybe we'll just drink some booze on the way. Let's do that, actually. There we go. That should sustain us until we reach it. So yeah, actually, let me just see if Timothy Marker is active right now in CA help. I'm not actually seeing any names here in the right-hand side, so I guess not. But I'll let him know later on. Yes, I was eyeballing the CA chat, Sneakies. I was. There we go. Oh, by the way, guys, for those of you who don't know about the new UI, you might wonder like where the no target is. So basically it's been moved to the no target window. So when you hover over the square, there will be a little button and that will serve as like the no target. I do know that the Wurm team wanted to remove the no target because it's basically in every single menu and clutters it up. So that's where it's gone, just in case you're looking for it with the new UI. Of course, we can't see it here because this is the old UI. So let's see, is this called Crocodile? It is called Crocodile Isle. We're in the right location. So let's have a look at Timothy Marker's place then. Got a little pasture with some horses going on here. Looks like one of these very, very cozy little islands. Just a perfect size actually for one person. I'm not sure if Timothy Marker lives here alone. At least he's got his gates open. I wonder if the doors are open. He's got a whole bunch of herbs growing here. You know, that's another thing, guys. I haven't gotten into the herb growing at all yet. But for those of you who don't know very much about Wurm yet, you can actually grow your own herbs. So let's just see what we have here. We have some sage, rosemary, parsley, paprika, ginger, fennel, more ginger. Hold on. No, that's oregano. That's oregano. And that's ginger, cumin, lovage. Never even heard of lovage before Wurm actually. Mint, thyme, turmeric, basil, and belladonna. Yes. I need to get into the herb growing, guys. I do. And it looks like Timothy Marker has been hard at work farming some crops here. They look like they're very well tended, so that's good to see. Got some horses going on. He needs somebody to come and enchant his grass so the horses won't. So for those who don't know about Wurm, when the animals, so the grass doesn't just last forever. The animals will actually graze the grass all the way until it runs out, and then it becomes like a packed dirt tile. But there is something called meditation in Wurm, and if you take the path of love and meditation, which I have, you're able to then enchant grass, and it will change its color to a deeper green, and then it becomes like eternal grass that the horses can just like eat forever and ever and ever. Now they do sometimes die, but it's very, very rare. So yeah, that's what I was saying, that it looks like Timothy Marker needs somebody to come and enchant his grass for him. It's got a very cozy little house here with some bows outside. Oh, I feel like a snoop looking in there. Hello, Michio! Welcome to the stream, and thank you so much for the subscription. 6 months now. Thank you so much for the support, Michio. And you're glad to see Wurm Roulette is back. Yes, we're back in the saddle. And it is good to be back, Michio. And I know you're going to be doing some Wurm streaming again as well. But what was that game that you're playing? I think you're really engrossed by a game right now. I forget the name of it. It was a short name. You were mentioning it on the Ven chat. And Griff says that the enchanted grass used to be eternal, but they changed it so enchanted grass does run out. It just takes a longer time. Oh, really, Griff? Ah. I thought it was just one of those, like, you know, the random ticker things, you know, like when something will randomly break a little bit. I thought it might be something like that. But it actually has just like a maximum amount of grass that is chomped away. I didn't know that. Huh. Learn something every day. Do Jensen about the no target thing. So I'm trying to think now how the new target window behaved. Was it so that because of course here we can keep the target window open at all times, and I prefer to have it. But I can't remember if there was some kind of behavior with the target window only showing if you're close to a creature, or does it show all the time? I really have to go and test the UI a little bit more on the test server, so I know what I'm talking about. Europa Universalis 4 is what you're playing, Michio. Yes. So what's the main thing that draws you to that game, Michio? And Sipaku asks, can the enchanted grass be cultivated now too? I don't know. I haven't tried. That would be good if you could cultivate it just directly without having to pack it first. Yeah, I don't know, Du Jensen, but I think that I would assume that there should be some way to go to no target. Oh, looks like the olives are in season right now. There should be some way to go to no target. I mean, either yeah, I'm gonna have to. I shouldn't speak anymore really on the subject because I need to just check it myself on the test server. I've sort of been waiting to check it because I wanted them to get it more finalized, and then really truly like learn how it works. Because you know things can still be. It could be that they're still changing things around according to the feedback. But absolutely, if there's anything, I don't know how much you've been testing it, Du Jensen, but you should absolutely, if there's anything that bothers you about it, check. First of all, I know that a lot of options for the UI have been put into the settings. So if there's something that does bother you about the new UI, first of all, first thing you should do is check the UI settings in the settings for that. See if it's something you can turn on or turn off. And if not, and if there's something that still bothers you, absolutely, this is the perfect time to leave feedback on the forum post that Samuel made in the forums, and leave your opinion there. This is the time to do it. So yeah, that was Crocodile Isle. There's Scorpion Point. Should we go and check that still quickly? Let's do this. Let's go and still check out Scorpion Point, and then we'll wrap up the stream after that, I think. So Michio, you have been playing enough Wurm to at least check up on the brew house, how things are going with the booze that you're making there, but you haven't played too much, right? Yeah, I know what it's like when you get like really engrossed with a game. Actually, I wonder if we can go just around on the shoreline there, so we don't have to swim. I know what it's like. I do know what that's like. And I don't blame you a bit. Maybe we'll just swim over here and then just swim over to the Scorpion place first. Instead, I think. We're not really seeing a road that goes all the way around. And Perry G says, in the words of Jack, the new UI is coming whether you want it or not. Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. Games, especially old games like Wurm, just need, renovation and bigger changes to go forward, so. Oh, it's available. Oh, that's right. It is available on the live servers as well. True, Du Jensen. So are you using the new UI right now? Actively? So the thing that you love about that game, Issue, is you love history and tactics and strategy of it. I'll have to come and watch you. I guess, are you streaming it at all? Or are you just playing it like off stream most of the time? I have been trying to keep my eyes peeled for when you're streaming the next time, and I haven't seen you streaming for a while. You just need to choose live preview. I see, Sipaku. Okay. Yeah, I've chosen the live preview for the test server. I just haven't done it for the live servers yet. Am I just crazy, guys, or am I the only one who just sort of likes to, when you're swimming, who likes to sort of like swim backwards a bit just to look at the horse like swimming after you? Because I honestly don't know any other like MMO where you can lead a horse into the water and actually have it follow you like that. And there's just something so satisfying about checking that. Now I wonder if that's the whatchamacallit scorpion thing. Scorpion point. That looks like it just might be it. Let's go and have a look at it. I do like how they have made a few of these little, I'm not sure if these little baby islands were here before, but it does sort of give a nice look to it, doesn't it, when you see these little tiny islands that just make it look a little bit more natural. Sipaku. Sadly, Wurm will never be a true sandbox until we can have a cheeky little wee in the water. Oh, that'd be quite funny, wouldn't it? And then you could hear the little, like, what the heck? Oh, that's a Hora statue. And then you could hear the little, like, there's a word for it in Finnish, which is really good, lorina, which is the sound that you would hear from peeing into the water. What would that word be in English? Not a dribble, not a splosh or a splash. Oh, gosh, what was that all about? Surely there must be a word in English that describes the sound that pee makes when it hits the water. Not really a shower either. That would be a... And hello there, Open Cage. Nice to see you. How are you doing? Fletch is just laughing his head off there. Yeah, what was... Yeah, because shower, could you imagine... like, of course, it's so handy for you guys because you have, like, such good, like, shall we say, equipment to do your peeing with. But imagine if you were to pee and then you would get, like, a shower sound. Now, that would be a very, very messy way to pee, I would imagine. Surely you want to have a nice, one clean, nice stream of pee instead. So what do we have over here? We have, oh, that must be their private merchant just to keep like items in. So for those who don't know, you can purchase merchant deeds, and somebody has, so you can use them to sell items to other players in the game, and then that merchant would be, of course, placed here somewhere outside, right? But you can also place a merchant inside your own home, and you can use it as like a sort of like a bank storage where you keep items that you don't want to decay at all. I also have one on my island as well. So is this the Scorpion place? Yes, Scorpion Point is the name of this place. No, drizzle, that sounds like when you're, you know, there's not very much pee to go, but I'm talking like a proper, like in Finnish, it's perfect, lorina. I have to actually write that in for you guys, lorina. Let's see how it's translated, lorina to English. Lorina englanniksi. So that in English would be gurgle and pearl. That doesn't sound right. Gurgle and pearl. No. So if we take gurgle to the thesaurus, what does that say? The things that we try and find out on this stream. Okay. Gurgle. Now that's the noise that you make in your throat, isn't it? Babble, bubble. No, 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 no. Ripple, slosh. We're getting close with slosh, but not quite. Slosh, flounder, wade, wallow, spill, splatter. You know, I don't think there's a proper word for that sound in English. None of these look right. No. 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 I'm not happy with any of those words. So, let's see what else we have over here. Chess. To pee or not to pee? Why? Is that the question? Oh, look at all these cool statues this person has. These Hoda statues. Oh, I would love to get... You know which one I would really love to get out of all of these? Is this eagle one. They're so cool. And that's a rare one as well, by the way. Can we get through this gate? Oh, there isn't a gate right there. Can we get into the mine? Oh, it's all locked up. Okay. Yeah. So, I think, guys, that we shall, with this beautiful view of the lake here, we shall wrap up here. But let me just catch up quickly with what you... Tinkle is a little one. So Lorina Fletch is a sound when it's like a really... Like when you've had like a... you've had to pee for like 3 hours. And when you go to the bathroom, believe me, that is not a tinkle, that sound. And drizzle is also way too light for that. But Lorina really describes that kind of like... That really, like when you have a really lots of pee coming in a really sort of strong way. That is the sound that Lorena would be, but I don't think there's a word in English. It's more like a plumbing sound, yeah, open cage. Oh yeah, that's right, Du Jensen as well. Was that a trader then? I thought it was a merchant in there. Traders reduce upkeep with 20%, merchants don't. Yeah. Did I say trader by mistake? Maybe I did. I thought I said merchant. And I actually have a trader deed actually in my inventory. I just haven't placed it yet because I need to do some terraforming. So I do have a trader contract here ready to be... I bought it for that very purpose, to get like a discount on my deed actually. Torrent. That's an interesting one, Fletch. That might be a little bit closer to what I'm looking for. Arrogant. When you've been waiting for 3 hours, you really don't care about the sound. Now I'm making everyone realize that they have to go pee. Fletch, you're not sure what word to use, but man, is this coffee going through you now. Sipaku, we should write an email to the British and propose to them to add lorinating to the English vocab. Oh my gosh, who has the Queen's email? You guys are hilarious. So I'm gonna do something that I always meant to do. So we're gonna put this like ending screen here, and I'm gonna do a little special thing here to get the sort of end credits going. And I'm gonna have to learn how to do this a little bit in a more natural way. It's kind of unfortunate that this end screen is a real pain in the butt to get going. You have to actually press a button on a website. But while that's going, I'm going to just check here in Twitch and see if there is anyone we could go and raid. And if not, we're just going to sign off then. Let's see here. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything I would necessarily want to raid right now. I could check very quickly and just make sure if anyone is playing actually Wurm Online right now in Twitch? It's just me right now. What about Wurm Unlimited? Wurm Unlimited. No results found. Oh, that's so sad. Well, after the Steam launch, I'm pretty sure we are going to be seeing a lot more people streaming Wurm, and that's going to be very exciting. Anyhow, guys, I'm gonna sign off now. Thank you so much, everyone, for hanging out with me today. It's been so lovely catching up with all of you, and we're going to continue our Wurm Roulette streams on Tuesdays as normal, since the whole big work thing is over and done with. And yeah, let's get all hyped about the Steam launch that is coming in only a couple of weeks. So I hope you all have an excellent evening and a great rest of your week. And I'll talk to you all very, very soon. Thank you, Seren and Du Jensen and everyone else. Night, night, guys.